was extraordinarily long. Had gone back years and years with some really good Red Wing teams, and so that was a kind of a big win, I think, for organizationally, just to kind of get that off our back. And I got a chance to coach Bert in the American League as well. He came into our playoffs, I think my second year. Did a really, really good job. I've really enjoyed Bert anytime I've coached him, and certainly now I've really enjoyed him. I think he's had a great impact on our team, both from his on-ice play and his leadership off the ice.
All right, Jeff, thanks for this, and good luck against the Seattle Kraken here tonight.
All right, thank you.
That's Blackhawks head coach Jeff Blashill. Stay with us. More upcoming in the pregame show right after these messages. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
What do the Blackhawks and United Airlines have in common? The next generation has arrived, and the future looks bright. New planes are joining the United Airlines fleet every week, decked out with Bluetooth connectivity, screens and power at every seat, and bigger overhead bins to fit everyone's carry-on. Book your next trip on the United app or United.com today. United Airlines, proud to be the official airline of the Chicago Blackhawks.
Hey, Jeremy Roenick here. I played in the era that was tough, gritty, old school. But I got major respect for the next generation of hockey. The speed, the skill, the precision. That's what I see in Flight by Yuengling. It's brewed by the oldest brewery in America, but built for today. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, clean, crisp, real beer flavor without the heaviness. This is the light beer that keeps up with the modern game. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
My mom is a reader, or was. I'm John Williams, and my mom's vision is not what it used to be, and losing the joy of reading for her is losing a big part of life. That's why I'm so glad we found the reading devices and digital electronic magnifiers from Humanware. For 35 years, they've kept people reading, writing, cooking from recipes, doing small crafts. Their products are easy to use. I know how important that is. My mom's not going to be toggling through a complicated gadget, but the low-tech, high-tech devices from Humanware come out of the box. You turn them on and you read. Really. Let's help mom or dad or you make text and images bigger. Check a label, pay bills, get lost in a good story. Some models even read aloud, so nothing stands in the way of independence. This can happen. Hey, you didn't give up on your hearing. Don't give up on the joy of reading. Visit humanware.com/read. Real solutions for vision loss are from Humanware. Humanware.com/read.
Most of us have drawers at home filled with items we no longer use or need. But since they might be worth something, we hold on to them. Just be sure to check them out before you throw them out. Ask Brian, the cash man, at Americash Jewelry and Coin Buyers for a fair appraisal and the best cash offer. Brian, the cash man, will pay more than anyone else for your old gold, silver, coins, watches, fine jewelry, sports memorabilia, and more. Get rid of those broken gold necklaces or Rolex or Omega watches you no longer wear. Turn Lalique crystal or bronze statues collecting dust into cash you can actually use. Bring your things to Brian, get an appraisal, walk out with cash immediately. For over 30 years, this family-owned business has been serving Chicagoland, located at 16 West Ogden Avenue in Westmont. Call them at 630-969-9600. That's 630-969-9600. Or visit topcashbuyer.com. For the highest cash paid, visit the Cash Man at Americash Jewelry and Coin. He's always buying.
Back here on the FanDuel Sportsbook Chicago Blackhawks pregame show on 720 WGN. Got Hawks Kraken coming up at the top of the hour. At each home game at the United Center this season, we will be saluting a veteran, sponsored as always by JeffBuysYourHouse.com, a proud veteran-owned business serving Chicagoland since 2007. Let's go over to Seattle now and bring in our guy, Colin Frazier, who is back in the saddle. Colin, I kept the seat warm for you in Edmonton, but good to have you back here.
Yeah, I got big shoes to fill, they tell me. That's what John was telling me with you.
The very, very tiny shoes. Very tiny shoes. Troy's big shoes to fill. Mine are very, very tiny.
That's agreed. We can all agree to that one. No one's arguing that one.
Hawks are still searching for their first win on this road trip. I know they had a tough loss in overtime in Edmonton on Saturday night, but they're going to get a boost in the lineup tonight with Oliver Moore being called up, making his season debut. Hawks made the decision to let him start the year in the AHL, even though you could have made an argument that he was ready out of the gates. But First of all, what have the reports you've gotten from Oliver Moore in the 9 games in the AHL, and what do you expect him to provide tonight for Chicago?
Yeah, I mean, it's going back to his draft year when we were watching him on the scouting side. Speed is his game. He is fast. He accelerates as well or better than any player. He has NHL speed and then some. Always question how much offense can he provide, and he is providing offense in Rockford. He's off to a great start. He's scoring goals, playing on the top line with Nick Lardis. So, you don't want to see anyone get injured, in this case, Jason Dickinson, but Oliver gets his shot in the NHL. So I do think it's good that these guys go to the American League. All prospects, or a lot of prospects, to I guess, learn the pro game and ride the bus and kind of learn it the hard way to get a little taste of the NHL. You give them a taste. You want to keep them hungry. You want to keep them fast. You want to keep them excited. And that's what we're going to do with Oliver Moore tonight. We're going to see a fast hockey player.
With Oliver Moore, he said over the offseason that he really focused on wanting to be more of a finisher and finishing the chances that he really creates for himself with that speed, like you mentioned. And so I thought he was one of these standouts at training camp, in my opinion. And even the one game that he played in the Minnesota, the rookie showcase, he scored the overtime winner. I thought he was really noticeable in that game. But if he can add that finishing touch, which it sounds like he is already making strides in, given what he's done in Rockford, I mean, how dangerous of a player can he be, especially, Colin, on the penalty kill, where you throw him out there with Frank Nazar, and boy, that there's could be some shorthanded opportunities galore.
Yeah, I mean, they're a threat because they're so fast. Like, they're crazy fast. Oliver Moore is crazy fast. Working on his offense, he has 6 goals in 9 games in the American League. So that tells me that's clearly something that he has worked on, but clearly something he's having success in as well. Now, I mean, the NHL is a different animal. It's a step up from the AHL, obviously. But, it's to be a pro or to maximize your pro potential, it's being honest with yourself and recognizing what you need to work on. And he's obviously knows that, seems to have worked on it in the offseason, and is now having success with it and now getting rewarded in the NHL. It's hard to score goals, right? So he's going to create his offense off his speed. He's not going to be the type of player that's going to be out there, trying to beat players one-on-one by slipping pucks through them. He's going to be the type of player that's going to be driving with acceleration and with speed, and he plays inside and he goes to the net. He's not a fancy player. So if you're watching, you're not going to see a guy that's going to create offense with his stick. You're going to see a guy that creates offense with his speed.
Tonight is going to be the 4th game in a row where Ryan Green is having the first line wing on Connor Bedard's line with Andre Burakovsky. And Colin, I can't put my finger on it. I don't know why that trio was working so well, because Green is obviously more of a natural center, and for him to slide over to the wing, which is an unfamiliar position for him, I don't know what it is, but the 3 of them have been unbelievable in these last 3 games. What is it about Green's game that he maybe helps complement Bedard and Burakovsky?
Yeah, so I think his responsibility of a player. So he's the type of player, he's a two-way player. So he's taking care of his own zone first and then working out towards the offensive end. He's not a guy that cheats, not a guy that's going to be trying to sneak in behind for breakaways. A very responsible player that kind of does some of the little things that go unnoticed. He's the type of player that coaches can trust in any situation. So like you say, he's playing the wing, but he can play center. He takes faceoffs. Jeff Blashill puts him out there for D-zone draws, shorthanded faceoffs. He trusts him and he puts him in key areas for such a young player. He's not the kind of player that's going to jump off the page and wow you with excitement, but he's going to do a lot of substance. A lot of the little things that go unnoticed. He's the type of player that all kids should watch, because he does all the little things and the responsible things and the hard things that maybe not everybody wants to do, but he's the definition of the guy that can play up and down a lineup. And because he can do those things, he's playing on the top line with 2 really skilled players. Not taking Green's skill away from him. He just doesn't lead with skill. He leads with responsibility, but has enough skill to play with the highly skilled line mates.
He's one of those players where it's a compliment when you leave a game and you're like, I didn't really notice him much, because he just does a bunch of little things well and not one thing great where he just flashes on your TV screen.
That's exactly it. It kind of goes like he's almost like underappreciated, maybe, or at least by the general fan underappreciated, right? Because he's not jumping at your screen all the time. if you're watching on TV, but he's on the first line for a reason. Coach Blashill clearly likes this player. It's not like he put him up there for a shift or a period or a game. We're going on 3 games here, and they've had success. And if you go back to the Edmonton game, the game-tying goal of he won that battle behind the net. He made that play work. And you mentioned it on the pregame that he won the battle, but to the general fan, we're talking about, who scored the goal, right? Or the big shot from Levshunov. But like none of that happens without Ryan Green winning that battle behind the net.
Awesome. All right, good stuff, Colin. We will talk in the first or maybe down the road in the post-game show.
Okay, sounds great, Charlie.
All right, that was Colin Fraser. He's going to have the call up with John. Let's do a quick look at tonight's jerseys, sponsored by Suits 2020. Stop by their men's clothing superstore to check out this selection of suits, tuxes, shirts, ties, shows, and more. Visit suits2020.com. The Blackhawks are in their iconic road white jerseys tonight over in Seattle, and the Kraken are in their navy blue home sweaters with that big S labeled across their chest, or the crest of their sweater. So that's the matchup tonight. It's a very appealing on the eyes. That's going to do it for the FanDuel Sportsbook Chicago Blackhawks pregame show. John Weideman and Colin Fraser have the call coming up next. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
It's Andy Mazer. We're your home for the Blackhawks, Northwestern football and basketball, the NFL, and Happen OB. This is AM 720 WGN Chicago.
Whether it's a plumbing emergency or just a simple repair like a clogged toilet, Plumbers 911 is your source for the best licensed plumbers. Every plumber has background checks, insurance, and 10,000 hours of training. When you call 1-833-PLUM-911, you'll be connected with one of Chicagoland's most trusted contractors, like Bathkey Plumbing in Chicago. Wherever you are, a Plumbers 911 contractor is always close by. Call 1-833-PLUM-911. Plumbers 911, where they do it right the first time.
The NHL is officially back, and right now, new FanDuel customers can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. Put your first bet in the back of the net on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook and official partner of the Chicago Blackhawks. Must be 21 or older and present in Illinois. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Marquette Bank has been helping small business owners for 80 years. 80 years is a long time. When you bank with Marquette Bank, you have a partner for your business. Whether you need a small business loan, help with cash management, or help with your personal banking, Marquette Bank is here to support your business. When you bank with Marquette Bank, good things happen for you and your neighborhood. Marquette Bank. Love where you bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 462926.
Does this sound like you? Every step or reach is a reminder of what hurts, what you're not able to do, and how far you've drifted from the life you once had. Relief is closer than you think, and not from a scalpel. It could come from you. At QC Kinetics, Dr. Caravelli and her team tap into your body's own regenerative power, using natural healing factors that help repair damaged tissue, reduce inflammation, and relieve pain. It's powered by the very cells that built you. No surgery, pain pills, or long recovery. Imagine swinging that golf club again, hiking and dancing. That's the freedom QC Kinetics helps people rediscover. This Veterans Day, QC Kinetics is giving back to our heroes. Veterans will get $500 off their treatment. For every non-veteran who starts care, QC Kinetics will donate $500 to the Wounded Warrior Project. It's a great time to book your free consultation. Call QC Kinetics 312-697-1119. 312-697-1119. 312-697-1119.
At Motorworks in Barrington, 6 iconic brands come together to meet all your automotive needs. From BMW and Mercedes-Benz to Cadillac, Porsche, Honda, and Infiniti, their showroom offers an unmatched selection. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned, or simply need trusted care for your current vehicle, Motorworks has you covered. Visit today and see why Chicagoland drivers have trusted Motorworks in Barrington for decades. A proud member of the Mergado Automotive Group. Motorworks.com.
The Lutheran Hour began in 1930. It's the world's longest running Christian outreach radio program. Tune in Sunday mornings at 6:30 right here on WGN.
100 years.
This is just fantastic.
One city.
Chicago!
One team.
Go Blackhawks!
The kids.
Nazar on a breakaway down the slot. Shoots, he scores! With a shot, he scores! Where did he score?
They can play.
Yes, they can.
An original six tradition that rattles the rafters with Chicago pride.
Where you from?
Chicago.
Chicago.
From the anthem to the final horn. It's time for Chicago Blackhawks hockey. With the call of the game, here's John Whiteman and Colin Fraser.
The Chicago Blackhawks 6-game roadie continues in the Pacific Northwest tonight as the Hawks invade Seattle, looking for their first win on the trip. And the night could be memorable for a couple of Hawks as Andre Burakovsky returns for the first time to an area that he came to love. Tyler Bertuzzi plays NHL game number 500, and Oliver Moore will make his Blackhawks season debut. Hopefully all will factor into a Hawks road victory before the night is over. Well, hi again, everyone. John Whiteman along with Colin Fraser. Glad to be working with you again, Fraz.
Glad to be back.
Yeah, great to have you along. We welcome you into our broadcast. We're at the Climate Pledge Arena here in Seattle, where the Blackhawks will take on the Seattle Kraken for the first of three meetings. And Seattle, kind of an interesting team, Fraz. Their record sort of resembles the Blackhawks. They've got 5 wins, 2 losses, none on home ice. No regulation losses on home ice, so they're getting points out of every game so far here on home ice. They've lost 4 times in overtime or shootout here on home ice. But the point being, this is a very tough team to beat in this building. And when you think about what the Blackhawks are going to throw at them tonight, I talked about Burakovsky, I mentioned Bertuzzi, and Oliver Moore. Those 3 kids are going to get an opportunity here to, let's say, do something here tonight. Now, I don't like to use the term make an impact, but that's probably what they're going to have an opportunity to do when you think about it.
Well, yeah, and it's Oliver Moore's first game of the season. He's going to be excited. He wants to get on the score sheet or certainly impress so he can stay. Bertuzzi's 500th game, a big night, a fun night. He has reason to show something really good. And Burakovsky, I mean, you always want to give it back to the team that traded you, and that's for sure. And the Hawks gave them Joe Veleno in the trade. It was more of a salary dump on Seattle's side than anything else. And we've welcomed him with open arms, John, because he's been fantastic, especially the last 3 games, but he's been fantastic from day one, and he's been a good yin to the yang of Bedard at the middle.
I like it. By the way, did you see his goal in Winnipeg?
I saw his goal in Winnipeg through the legs, and then he scored the big one in Edmonton to tie the game. He's a skilled hockey player. We're lucky to have him.
Absolutely. Well, let's get to some sponsored elements before the boys hit the ice, and that's going to be momentarily. Who's going to deliver? Sponsored by Mitsubishi Electric Heating and Air Conditioning. Electric heat pumps for a better environment inside and out. Visit getacomfyhome.com. I'm going to go with Tyler Bertuzzi because this is a milestone kind of a game for him. 500 NHL games. Fraz, I know you played like 25 or 3,000 NHL.
Oh, yes. Yes.
No, he didn't. But you had some big games in your career where there were milestones. Like even your 100th game had to be a milestone. But 500 games in the NHL, and God bless him. Tyler Bertuzzi is doing his level best for this Blackhawks team.
500 is no small feat. Yeah. I mean, I had about, 350 NHL games, but good hockey player. Scored a big goal in Edmonton as well on the power play. He's a nice hockey player. He's a good asset to the team.
All right. Keys for the game, sponsored by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. And Colin Fraser has your keys, folks.
Key number 1 for me is getting off to a good start. They've played 2 good road games on the 6-game road trip, but have unable to win a game. Getting off to that good start. The Kraken have not lost at home, so it's not going to be an easy game. Number 2 is the faceoffs. The Krakens are the second worst team in the NHL at 44.3% in the faceoff circle. The Hawks struggle at that as well a little bit, so here's your chance to take advantage of a team that's a little bit weak in the circle. And number 3, sticking to the team identity of speed. We want to play fast. We want to play hard. Let's stick to our team identity. Let's get that pace up. Let's get that pace up early, and let's use it to our advantage.
All right, Colin, tell me, who are you banking on? Sponsored by Marquette Bank. Love where you bank. Celebrating 80 years of neighborhood banking.
I'm banking on Mr. Burakovsky with the return back to Seattle. I think he's going to have a burr up his saddle a little bit. He's going to be excited to play, and he wants to get something done and show Seattle that maybe they should have kept him.
All right. Thank you, Colin. Stage has been set. The Blackhawks and Kraken have lined up on their respective blue lines. We'll send it down to ice level right now, and we'll join our anthem singer. Hawks and Kraken set to begin play momentarily. And now, if you will, please lend an ear and please enjoy our national anthem. Please welcome Stephen King. Please welcome our anthem singer, oh, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed as twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. Everyone is ready, the most thirsty they proved through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land of the free and the home never break. Well, that was Terry Burton with our Star-Spangled Banner. We couldn't pick up the direct house feed, folks. We were having a few technical difficulties, but we're going to get those worked out and going to move right along. Well, here are tonight's starting lineups. In goal for the Seattle Kraken is going to be Joey Decord. In his career, he's 4-1-0 against the Blackhawks. And at defense for the Kraken are Adam Larson and Vince Dunn. Up front from left to right, Jaden Schwartz starts at left wing. Centering the Kraken's opening line, Chandler Stevenson. Starting at the right wing is Capo Caco. For the Blackhawks, it's going to be Arvid Soderblom starting in goal. He's 1-2-0 in his career against Seattle. And at defense for the Hawks are going to be Wyatt Kaiser and Artyom Levchinov. Up front from left to right, Andre Burakovsky turns to Seattle for the first time, starting at left wing. Centering the Hawks line, Connor Bedard. And starting at the right wing is Tyler Bertuzzi in his 500th NHL game. Referees this evening are Jordan Samuels Thomas and Kyle Raymond. Handling the lines are Travis Toomey and Caleb Apperson. We go down to center ice to get her going. Bedard facing off with Stevenson, the drop of the puck. And this hockey game's underway. Bedard wins the draw cleanly. Levchinov grabs it at center ice and tried to backhand it down the right side glass, but that hit a leg and deflected up into the Kraken bench.
Connor Bedard's 1-0 in the faceoff circle, John. Off to a good start there with one of the keys to the game of winning faceoffs. See if he can go 2-0.
So they do it again over the center ice faceoff dot. And now Bedard has been tossed off the dot. This is going to be Burakovsky trying his hand against his former teammate. This time Stevenson wins the draw, and the Kraken get control. Vince Dunn from his blue line fired the puck ahead for a teammate. It hit Schwartz's stick and deflects into the Hawk crease, where Soderblom will plop on the puck and hold it. A whistle will stop play. We'll get a face-off inside the Hawk zone.
John, tonight's broadcast is sponsored by Flight by Yuengling. Crisp, refreshing, only 95 calories. Flight, the next generation of light beer.
Draw to the right of Soderblom. Going to be Bedard and Stevenson once again. And the draw won by Bedard. Here's Kaiser with the puck behind the Hawk net. He runs into Kakko in the near corner, but leaves the puck in the corner there for Bertuzzi. He'll reverse it behind the net. Kaiser there to Burakovsky up the right wing. Rink wide pass Bertuzzi over the Kraken line down the left wing. Tosses it in on goal. And a stick save made by Decord, and the puck deflects up into the protected netting.
Bertuzzi did a really nice job in the D zone. He's down in the left wing corner. Instead of just trying to jam it up the boards or flip it out to the point where he potentially should be, he held onto the puck for an extra couple seconds to buy some time, got it away from pressure, and the Hawks were headed north on their way. No harm, no foul on the shot, but out of their D zone quickly, and into the offensive zone.
Now line changes for both teams. Face-off circle to DeCord's right. Teuvo Teravainen kicking at the puck, but it's pulled out by newcomer Ryan Lindgren, who used to play for the Rangers. He left New York and they left the Purge last season. We'll continue and tell you a little more about that when we have an opportunity. Meanwhile, back in behind the Hawk net, Alex Vlasic battling for the puck there. Worked it free from Matty Beniers, and the Hawks will get it back and come out of their end. Ryan Green passing to Frank Nazar. Over the Kraken line down the left wing. He is hip checked by Brendan Montour and goes down. And then he took exception to the check, and he gave Brendan Montour a cross check in the small of the back. And Nazar will now head to the Hawks bench. As play continues inside the Kraken zone, former Kraken Ryan Donato had the puck bounce off his stick. Montour's got it. He'll skate the center ice, send up a lazy one in on Soderblom, who knocked it wide with the stick. And Sam Renzel behind the net takes it. Moves it up the left wing. Oliver Moore at center ice. Sent it out now to center ice to Donato. He gains the Kraken zone momentarily, but lost the puck to big Jamie Oleksiak. Oleksiak at center ice. Carries into the Hawk zone. Pressed off the puck by Mikheyev along the boards. And then Crevier will float the puck out over the center ice circle. Mason Marchment back into the Hawk zone down the left wing. Strokes the puck in behind the net. Matt Grzelcyk put it back into the left wing corner. Marchment got it there. Here's Marchment turning and flipping it back behind the net around to Oleksiak at the right point. He'll scale it down the glass with a backhanded stab. Marchment behind the net. Lost the handle on the puck. Grzelcyk now along the far boards. Pokes it up the far side, and now there to get it, Oliver Moore. Moore gains center ice. Snaps the puck off of one of the Kraken, and this deflects up into the protective netting and out of play. So no score in the game. 17:55 left in period number one.
The Hawks do a good job defending there. Mason Marchment is a big man, 225 pounds. Grzelcyk's not huge, but he does a good job of staying between him in the net and not letting him take that puck to the net. John, all Blackhawks wins this season are sponsored by Circa Sports Illinois. Download your bookie today at circasports.com.
Draw one by the Hawks. Kaiser at center ice takes the puck, fires it off the left sideboards and down behind the Kraken net. DeCord will flip it back to the corner. And Vince Dunn will send it back in behind up the near side. Berkeley Catton, a newcomer to the Kraken lineup, played in WHL Spokane the last 3 years. He had back-to-back 100-plus point seasons. Now in behind the Hawk net. Soderblom to a loose puck after it had been dumped in down there by Dunn. Puck spun out of there by Murphy to the far boards. Nick Foligno will chip it off the boards out to center ice, and Dunn will grab it for the Kraken. Over to Larson, head to Catton over the Hawk blue line. He'll fire from the high slot, and the blocker save made by Soderblom. Now the puck comes out in front off a deflection. And Ty Hartje is there to try and fire it in on goal, and that was turned out of there. Ryan Green the other way to center ice, crossing the Kraken line. He had the puck stripped away in the high slot by Kakko of the Kraken, who moves it away along the left boards. And there to get it done to Jaden Schwartz at the Kraken blue line. To Adam Larson along the right boards, and he'll stick it across the rink to Brendan Montour. He shot the puck out over the center ice circle. The Hawks' Connor Bedard took it away. Now Burakovsky left wing of center ice. Fights off a check, moves it to Green on the left wing. To Bedard over the Kraken line near the left point. He's chased with the puck out to center ice by Jaden Schwartz and unloads a pass to the far side. Taken away by Stevenson of the Kraken. Then doubling back was Burakovsky to strip it away. Gave it away to Schwartz at the line. Now to Kakko. He'll fire from the left circle. That goes wide. Now Brendan Montour at the right point. Put it down to Kakko back of the net. To Stevenson along the right board. To Montour at the line on the deep slot. He fires. Now a blocker save made by Soderblom. Puck rolls out to Bedard, who's knocked down at center ice by Stevenson, but waves the puck into the Kraken zone. Montour will scale it back out and fire the puck down the glass in behind the Hawk net to the far corner. This bounces in behind the net. That by Eberle, taken back by the Hawks. Vlasic with a pass ahead now for Bertuzzi into the Kraken zone. Is off the end of his outstretched stick. Josh Mahura the other way. To Matty Beniers into the Hawk zone. Now to Mahura along the far sideboards. He lost the puck down to the corner, however. And Levshinov tried to clear it out. Taken away along the near boards by Eberle. Eberle and Teuvo Teravainen battle. And Eberle works the puck free to Oleksiak. Then it bounces out to Teravainen at the blue line. He'll spin it across the rink in front of the benches. Bertuzzi there fires the puck over the Kraken net up off the glass. And the puck bounces into the near corner. Ellie Tolvin, and he turned it over. Teravainen fed it in front for Donato. The pass bounces off his stick. Ryan Donato had a great chance. Now Bertuzzi takes it back. He'll fire from the left circle. Chest save made by DeCord. Beniers in the far corner. Backhands the puck behind the Kraken net into the near corner. And there to get it is Yanni Newman. Spins it behind the net. Now taken away by Bertuzzi to Oliver Moore. And he'll fire from the bottom of the right wing circle. A sharp angle shot is gloved by Decord, and he'll hold on to it there. Good chance there for Oliver Moore, all based on some hard work.
Yeah, it was a really good chance. Tyler Bertuzzi is doing good work. He dumped the puck in. He hunted it down, made a quick play to Donato. Donato almost had a really good chance. It just hopped over his stick at the last minute. They stuck with it, able to find Bertuzzi was able to find Moore right to Decord's left. A quick bang-bang play from below the goal line, above the goal line. Moore didn't have a great angle on it, but he got a good shot off, and Decord was able to smother it.
Yeah, if that goaltender's really not paying attention, or, I mean, I'm sure they are, but, I mean, if he's just off his position just a little bit, that might squeeze by him on the short side.
It was a bang-bang play. It was a quick play.
Now Ryan Donato with the puck far corner. Kraken zone. He scored the first ever Kraken goal. To McKay behind the net, put it in front for Moore, and he got a shot away, but not much on it. Turned out of there by Decord anyway. Along the near boards, Newman turned the puck over. McKay will spin it behind the net around up the far side. And Mason Marchment's there to take it away. Fire the puck over the center ice circle. Doubling back Ilya Mikheyev. He'll drop it back into the Hawk zone. Soderblom will give it a tap to Kaiser between the circles. Bank pass up the left wing. Renzel short of the Kraken blue line, and he deflects the puck down behind the net. Decord swings it around up the near side to Montour. He sends the puck ahead. Here's Catton into the Hawk zone. Berkeley Catton to the left wing corner in search of his first NHL goal. Sends the puck behind the net into the near corner. Colton Dock comes in and rocks one of the Kraken with a body check. Puck taken away by the Hawks. Nazar flips it through the air to the Kraken line. Dock is there to Nazar. Drags it through his feet to the left point and then backhands it down into the left wing corner. Ryan Winterton of the Kraken finished his check there on Nazar as he did. Brandon Montour has the puck at the top of the Kraken crease. Moves it over to Ryan Lindgren along the far boards. Nazar's all over him with a body check, but Lindgren fights free, moves it to Montour. Ahead to Jaden Schwartz through center ice. To Chandler Stevenson over the Hawk line from the top of the right circle. Fires a shot. Turned out of there by Soderblom. A follow-up shot was stopped as well. Now at the line, Stevenson takes it back. Put it into the left wing corner for Kakko. To Stevenson behind the Hawk net. Made a sharp angle pass out in front, picked off by Ryan Green. Heading on there, Burakovsky, and the former Kraken will skate it out to his blue line, drop the puck back to Alex Vlasic in the near corner, and the Hawks will regroup and start again.
Burakovsky tried to make a play just earlier in that shift on his backhand in the D zone and turned it over really quickly. Soderblom made a really good save off the rush. He probably let a rebound out to the center ice that he'd want back, but he was able to react to the rebound from the center lane drive and made a nice blocker save.
Ryan Green deflects the puck down into the Kraken zone behind the net. Decord spears it around up the near side. And Larson will lead past the Beniers at center ice. From Hingham, Massachusetts, Beniers put it into the near corner Hawk zone. Taken away by Kaiser. Outlets to Teravainen at center ice. Winds it in over the Kraken line on the right wing to Bertuzzi. He turned to make a back pass, but the puck was taken away by Josh Mahura of the Kraken, who clears the center ice. Hawks get it back. Bertuzzi into the Kraken zone along the right boards. Muscling there with Mahura. Mahura tried to take the puck away and clear, could not. He ends up down in the corner and flips it in behind the Kraken net. And Jamie Oleksiak will wind a pass up the near side intended for Ellie Tolvanen, and it goes by him and all the way down, and icing is the call.
Yeah, Bertuzzi was driving wide down the right wing. He pulled up, did a little delay, and he had Levshunov coming down kind of at the top of the circles, a little bit higher than the top of the right circles. He's going to make a nice play for Levshunov to pound it. He just kind of lost the handle, whiffed on it at the last second, and was unable to get the puck to him.
Here's Beniers and Donato facing off. Circle to the right of Decord. And the linesman on the near side makes him stand up and do it again. Drop of the puck, Beniers wins this one to the area behind the Kraken net. Mahura put the puck into the far corner. Tolvanen took it away. Lost it at the blue line, right point there to get it. Renzel tried to fire. That was blocked to center ice. Matt Grzelcyk of the Hawks firing it down the boards. Decord went in behind the net to play the carom, and the puck bounced out of the corner, but the Kraken are there to clear it away. Shane Wright now moving it ahead. Mahura into the Hawk zone, firing for the left wing boards. That's turned out of there. And the other way come the Hawks. Mikheyev got ahead of the puck at the Kraken line. The play would have been offside, but the Kraken get the puck back in their end. Montour outlets to Marchment. He's into the Hawk zone on the right wing side. The son of Brian Marchment to the corner. He was checked there by Sam Renzel of the Hawks, who lost the puck into the crease, and Colton Dock sweeps it out of there. Marchment got it back to Montour, right point, hammers a shot, and that hit Dock in front. Loose puck taken away by Renzel to Dock in the near corner, and now behind the Hawk net. He'll pull up and stop and have a look as the Hawks reorganize for their breakout.
The only time the Hawks are giving up any shots is when this puck management, they get a little sloppy at the puck management, and it gets away from them a little bit.
Vlasic into the Kraken zone, put it out in front. Dock shoots, it's stopped by Decord. Dock with 1 and then 2 and then 3 chances on the rebound, and Decord kept it out of there. Lindgren along the left boards. Rink-wide pass up the right wing to Catton over the Hawk blue line. He turned to cut back into the high slot and lost the puck. Then Nick Foligno will clear it down ice into the Kraken zone. Larson there, passing up the right side. Catton bowled over by Foligno. Puck taken by Burakovsky down the right wing into the Kraken zone to the corner. He turns to make a back pass and then lost the puck up the boards. And the puck is taken away by Ty Karche, who clears to center ice. The Hawks take it back. Bedard now to Kaiser. He's in over the Kraken line down the left wing, leaning to the net. He ends up leaving the puck in behind. Bedard came along and got the puck. Bedard to the right wing half boards now, then to the corner. Catches a high stick. Penalty coming up here to the Kraken. Bedard flings it across the rink. This deflects down ice into the Hawk zone. And Arvid Soderblom is now on the Hawks bench on a delayed penalty. The Hawks get a 6th attacker and get the puck back.
I'm not sure how that stayed out. Colton Dock went to the net. He might have had 4 whacks at that. It was going through Decord's legs. It was through the crease. It was everywhere. I don't know how he didn't score that.
All right. Whistle blows as Josh Mahura touches the puck for the Seattle Kraken. And the Hawks will get a Sitco power play when we return. 9:45 left in the first here in Seattle. Hawks and Kraken, no score. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, hockey fans, it's Chris Chelios. What are you sipping tonight? El Bandito Yankee is a new ultra-premium tequila that is 100% pure and natural with no additives. Just 100% blue agave. El Bandito Yankee Tequila is the most flavorful blue Weber agave in the world. Now available at Benny's, Mariano's, Jewel, and Woodman's. Go to elbanditoyankee.com to learn more about what makes us so damn good.
Comparing health insurance plans is never easy. That's why I work for Get Covered Illinois.
We are the state's official health insurance marketplace.
We have a website to compare multiple plans and prices in one place, and people who can help you for free. Community-based navigators and brokers, certified by the state.
And we have live customer service.
At getcoveredillinois.gov, we're here to help.
Hi, this is Dave Musial, owner of Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric, with our biggest sale ever. Furnaces from $39 a month. Furnace and air conditioning combos from $59 a month. Plus 72 months interest-free financing and up to a $4,000 system rebate. Four Seasons guaranteed to beat any competitor's price by up to $1,000 guaranteed. So call today for your free in-home estimate and same-day installation.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
Hey, Blackhawks fans, it's Spencer Knight. Break's over. It's time for Blackhawks hockey.
Geico knows game day isn't just about the action on the ice. It's about the fans who bring the passion, pride, and dedication every game. For each chapter this centennial year, the Blackhawks are looking for the Geico 4th stars of the season. Enter today by telling us your favorite memories of being a Blackhawks fan for a chance to win 2 sweet tickets to Fan Appreciation Night, a Centennial replica jersey, and more. See more information at blackhawks.com/promotions.
Well, Capo Caco has been assessed a 2-minute minor for high sticking, and the Hawks get a Sitco power play. And we'll fill you in with more information on that as we go along. Inside the Kraken zone, loose puck in the right wing circle. Bedard's got it, backing up through the slot to the top of the left circle with it. Bedard along the half boards to Burakovsky at the left point. Down to Bedard, left wing corner. Little slap pass from there is picked off by the Kraken's Ty Karche, and he'll fire it all the way down.
Yeah, Bedard tried to force a seam pass in there. It was one touch, trying to do it quickly. We like one touches. We like to get the PK moving and out of position, but it just deflected off the Kraken stick.
Hawks gain the Kraken zone. Sam Renzel with a puck at the right point. Moves it down to Frank Nazar in the right wing corner to Bertuzzi beside the net to the high slot Renzel. To Burakovsky, top of the left circle. He fires. That's in and out of the glove of Decord. And Nazar recovers the puck left wing corner to Burakovsky, left circle to Rinzel, right circle. Drops it down to Bertuzzi, right wing corner. Back to Rinzel at the line now. Backing up, he'll hand it over to Bedard. Top of the right circle to Bertuzzi beside the net. Back to Bedard, right circle. Back to Bertuzzi along the goal line next to the net. Back to Bedard now in the right wing corner. Tried to squeeze a pass through. Came back to Bedard behind the net. Spins it around to Burakovsky near the left point. He turns away from pressure. Send it over right circle, Bedard. He tried to flip it over to the left circle for Nazar. This is picked off by Winterton of the Kraken, and he'll clear it down. It's 30 seconds left in a Hawk power play.
Good possession, good lanes, good passing, but they're unable to get to the puck to the net. I'd like to see Bertuzzi on that goal line take a step and just jam it to the net or fire it at the net. He had a couple good opportunities. Would have been a bad angle, but a kind of a bang-bang play.
Now the puck turned over in the far circle, and it's taken back by the Kraken. Puck cleared down ice by Josh Mahura. 10 seconds left on the power play. Hawks in their last rush. Ryan Donato into the Kraken zone to the left wing half boards. Drops it back into the high slot. Cartier picks it off for the Kraken and clears the puck into the Hawk zone as the Kraken come to full strength. So the Hawks 0 for 1 on the Sitco power play as Artyom Levshinov has the puck behind the Hawk net. Levshinov moving out. Missing on a pass up ice. This goes all the way down. And icing will be the call here. By the way, on that Blackhawks Sitco power play, score savings on every fill-up with Club Sitco. Download the app now to start saving.
I think Levshinov was looking for Doc, and Doc let the puck go because the change was happening kind of at the same time, and he didn't want to have too many men on the ice. Kind of a smart play. Could have been close if he would have played that pass. Could have been too many men on the ice. It was close. Nonetheless, it went down the ice for icing, and it's back in the D zone here in the Hawks end.
Draw won by the Blackhawks. Here's Levshinov moving the puck up the left wing to center ice, intended for Colton Dock, but was taken back by the Kraken. Montour with a lead pass for Shane Wright at the Hawk blue line. It's off his stick and down behind the net. Arvid Soderblom plays to the near corner. The puck is quickly centered out, but taken back by the Hawks, then taken back by the Kraken. Here's a shot for the right point by Marchment, deflected on goal and turned out of there by Soderblom. And Yanni Newman did a nice job in front of the net deflecting that shot. Here's Doc to center ice up the right wing. He unintentionally sends it up into the pit that separates the two benches, and that draws a whistle and a stoppage in play. No score with 6:52 left in period number 1 here in Seattle. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Lou Manfredini helps you around the house Saturday morning starting at 6 on WGN.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more too. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more too. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more too. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc.
You know, Mega Pros has been around a long time, and here's why. This is a review from Laura. Quote, I heard Mega Pros on WGN for years. When we decided to do a big kitchen project, that's who we called, and we're glad we did. We shipped a huge custom kitchen from a home in Georgia, and the Mega Pros made the kitchen work perfectly in our Harvard, Illinois home. Their work was meticulous, so detailed-oriented. Everything was amazing. Everything you hear about Mega Pros on those commercials is a real-life experience. Highly recommended, end quote. You see, Mega Pros isn't just another contractor. They're the team that shows up on time. They do exceptional work, and they treat your home as if it were their own. Whether it's a kitchen remodel, a bathroom update, a basement renovation, or general repairs, they deliver 100% customer satisfaction. Give them a call today. 847-658-8989. 847-658-8989 or visit megapros.com. One mega call truly does it all.
Hey Blackhawks fans, here's a club you'll want to get into. Club Sitco. Download the Club Sitco app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up.
Looking for the ultimate night out? Bring your squad to a Blackhawks game at the United Center for an experience you won't find anywhere else. Whether it's birthdays, office outings, family gatherings, or just a much-deserved night out, nothing beats the energy in the United Center. Group ticket packages are available at blackhawks.com/groups.
Always a good idea. Come join us. You have a good time at the United Center for Blackhawk games. Glad to have you along tonight. Along with Colin Fraser, I'm John Whiteman here in Seattle as the Hawks and the Kraken do battle for the first time this year. Here's Vince Dunn entering the Hawk zone with a puck. Drops it down the left wing to Jaden Schwartz. They were teammates on the Blues 2019 Stanley Cup winning team. Schwartz sent the puck in behind the Hawk net. Connor Murphy finished his check on a Kraken player. That's Kakko. Hawks get the puck back. Bedard racing down the left wing to the corner in the Kraken zone. Sweeps it behind the net. Burakovsky grabs the puck along the right side boards and then had it stripped away. Chandler Stevenson the other way. To Schwartz over the line, left point. To Kakko, right circle. Flips it in front. Slapped out of there by Murphy with a nice defensive play. And Burakovsky will make a little tap lead pass ahead to Connor Bedard at the end of his shift. And he'll dump the puck into the left wing corner in the Kraken zone and get off on a chain.
Yeah, it was Burakovsky just tried to pull the puck off the wall and take it to the net, and it was poked off his stick. And again, the Kraken were able to go 3-on-2 the other way. It's a little bit of puck management for me for the Blackhawks. They're having a good period, but they can clean up a little bit of puck management a little bit.
Inside the Hawk zone along the near boards, Jordan Eberle, the new captain of the Kraken, works the puck free, but the Hawks take it back. Here's Tyler Bertuzzi over the center ice circle. Flips it down to the right wing corner, Kraken zone, and then races in on top of Josh Mahura. And Frank Nazar pulls the puck free, spins it behind the Kraken net around for the left point man, Kaiser, but he was over in the deep slot area, and the puck slides all the way down. Kaiser back to get the puck beside the net. Passing up the left wing to Oliver Moore, racing into the Kraken zone. Brandon Montour pulls the puck off of his stick and sends it ahead to Eberle at the Hawk blue line, and he'll stick it down in behind the net. Sam Rinzel handling it there, leaving the puck for Matt Grzelcyk. Grzelcyk made an outlet up the right wing intended for Mikheyev that missed, and it goes all the way down, and icing is the call against the Hawks.
Yeah, I think it's a good play. It's the right idea. They do everything correctly. The pass was just a little bit too far ahead for Mikheyev. It just got to be a little sharper, a little cleaner, a little more tape to tape. Playing good. Everything's fine. Just I think they can be a little bit cleaner, John.
Let's see what happens here. Face-off circle to Soderblom's left. And it's going to be Ryan Donato facing off with Shane Wright. Wright was the first ever draft pick by the Seattle Kraken. Many thought in that draft, Colin, that Wright would go first overall, but that went to Juraj Slafkovsky of the Montreal Canadiens.
Yes.
And off the draw, Grzelcyk grabs the puck. He misses on a pass up ice, and it goes all the way down. And again, we're going to get icing.
Yeah, going back to when Shane Wright was 15 years old, he was kind of the next coming of Crosby, or anointed the next coming of superstar anyway, let's say that. And you get to the draft here, I think these other guys kind of caught him, and it kind of just, it's not fair to anoint a kid so young at such a young age that he's going to be the next number one overall.
I think about my own son, Sean. He's 18 years old, and the pressure that's put on a kid at that age from having that distinction, I mean, it's really, really unfair. But you got to give guys like Crosby a lot of credit. I mean, he stood up to all of it, and he's carried it very, very well. And a Hall of Famer for sure. In behind the net, now Moore flips the puck in front for Donato. It's over his stick, and the puck sails down into the Hawk end.
This line's had a couple of those plays. Moore just made a bang-bang play. Quick off the wall, quick to Donato, and he just missed it. It was a little bit too far ahead of him.
Rinzel with a pass ahead for Doc. Kraken line deflects the puck into the Seattle zone. The Kraken clear. Here's Berkeley Catton to center ice. Crossing the Hawk line on the right wing, runs into a check from Wyatt Kaiser as the puck is shot over the glass unintentionally by Larson, and a whistle stops play. 4:06 left in period number one of a scoreless game here in Seattle. Scoreless in Seattle. That could be a movie. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Cold weather and hockey season go together hand in hand, but your home isn't a hockey rink, and you want it to be the perfect temperature no matter the season. With Mitsubishi electric heating and air conditioning mini split systems, you get the ultimate comfort and efficiency every time, even in those difficult to heat places in your home. Their units are designed to deliver consistent comfort where you need it most. Check out Mitsubishi electric heating and cooling mini split systems today at getacomfyhome.com.
Hey, Mr. C, it's me. Well, I just picked up the ring. I actually went to Hellsberg. Thanks for that recommendation. Kate's gonna love that hers is from the same jeweler you got Mrs. C's ring from. They were so helpful throughout the whole process. They even knew your family by name, and the ring looks great. Anyways, I just couldn't wait to let you guys know. Call me back and wish me luck.
Hellsberg, designed with care and craft since 1915. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
Searching for a financial partner that truly has your best interest at heart? Join KCT Credit Union, where they're more than just a bank. They're a not-for-profit financial cooperative. KCT members are owners, meaning profits go back to you in the form of lower loan rates, higher savings rates, and fewer fees. Experience personalized service that puts you first. KCT Credit Union, now a division of Consumers Credit Union. Visit kctcu.org. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Hey Blackhawks fans, it's Frank Nazar. Let's go. More Blackhawks hockey coming your way.
We're back to Seattle, and Colin has this for you now.
Hey, Blackhawks fans, make sure to join us at the United Center on Saturday, November 15th at 6 p.m. as we take on the Toronto Maple Leafs in our first Centennial Celebration night. That's not all. The first 8,000 fans will receive an exclusive Tony Esposito bobblehead presented by American Express. Tickets are available now at Blackhawks.com.
Draw one by the Kraken. Larson hit hard at the near point there by Colton Dock, but flings the puck down behind the Hawk net. Everly is given a ride out to the blue line there by Levshunov, but drops the puck back into the left wing corner. Wyatt Kaiser is able to gather it in there. Moves it around behind the net to Foligno. He'll whip it around up the right side now to Bedard. He'll hand it off to Levshunov coming by to center ice. He dumps the puck down off the right corner boards, and this deflects beside the Kraken net. And the goaltender, Decourt, shot it ahead of the Hawk blue line. Connor Bernard took it back away from Everly and flips the puck back into the Hawk zone. Kraken go for a change. Here's a pass from Levshunov to Teravainen standing at the Kraken blue line. He deflects the puck down and on goal. Decourt steers it to center ice. Schwartz then turns it over in the Hawk zone, but taken back now by Kakko to Schwartz along the right sideboard. To Kakko, he let it go behind the net to Stevenson. Stevenson for the left wing board centers the puck, picked off in front of the Hawks net by Vlasic. He'll hand it ahead. Teuvo Teravainen at center ice. Missing on a pass ahead for Bertuzzi, and this goes all the way down, and we're going to get icing here to the Hawks. Teuvo taking another stride. That play is onside.
I was just going to say, it was just that sharpness that you're looking for, that cleanness, and Teuvo does a good job. He gets the puck in front of the benches on the right wing wall. He cuts to the middle. He buys some time. Bertuzzi goes wide to the right wing, so he kind of kicks it back out to where he came from. The pass was just too far ahead for him. He just couldn't get it, couldn't reach it, and it went down for icing.
Draw circle to the left of Soderblom. Right and Nazar face off. Right wins it. Montour from the right wing corner. Shot it in front, and Soderblom went down on his knees to stop it there. Along the left side boards now, Lindgren takes the puck in front of Bertuzzi, put it down to the corner. Louis Crevier for the Hawks is able to fight for possession, move it up the right wing. And now Teuvo Teravainen with a backhanded stab sticks the puck to center ice. Tyler Bertuzzi in front of the benches will backhand it down behind the Kraken net. The Hawks go for a line change. Here's Ryan Lindgren carrying out of the Kraken zone at the left wing to center ice. Gave it a right. Hawk blue line. Turned it over to Hawks Burakovsky. Heading out of Green. He is in over the Kraken line. Drops it to Burakovsky along the left side boards. He'll spin it back in behind the net around to Murphy along the right boards. Who flipped the puck down to the corner. Larson tried to clear. Bedard took it away and then lost it. And the other way are the Kraken. And then the puck turned over by Newman in the Hawk zone. Here at center ice is Burakovsky with the puck to Ryan Green over the Kraken line down the right wing. He put it out in front, picked off by Vince Dunn. And he'll move it ahead for Newman. Newman with a lead past to center ice. Now Larson along the right side boards with the puck. Will put it over along his own blue line to Dunn. And Vince Dunn will settle things down. Dunn with a pass ahead now to Stevenson, crossing the Hawk blue line. Dropping it back at the right point for Schwartz. He couldn't get to the pass, and it deflects to center ice. Dunn back to get it there. Send it ahead into the Hawk zone down the left wing for Kakko. He sent it back across the rink, and that's taken away along the near boards by Moore. He'll clear the puck ahead. Breaking is Mikheyev over the Kraken line. Down the left wing to the half boards. Drop pass to Moore. He fires, and that goes just wide. Rinzel on the right wing corner. Steers the puck behind the net to Donato. Drops it around to Mikheyev left point. To the deep slot, Kaiser to Rinzel. Top of the right circle. Guns it on goal. Decourt down with a butterfly save, and then gloves the puck and holds it. And a whistle will stop play.
You know
Great action here in Seattle.
Oliver Moore has had a great start to this game, and he just missed on that rebound. Rinzel's at the right point. He laid a pretty heavy slap shot into Decourt's pads. It bounced back to Donato and Moore. They're almost kind of right there. Both of them could have got it. Moore was able to get a stick on it and put the rebound right into DeCourt's glove. A really good save, really good sequence by that line right there.
It's the Four Seasons, heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electric face-off for all the right reasons. Call 866-4 Seasons. Kraken get control off the draw. Montour along the right boards in the Kraken zone with a pass ahead for Kartche into the Hawk zone down to the end boards. Now Everly back of the net. He and Kaiser battle. They scrum for the puck. It comes free to the left wing corner. Burakovsky took it there and swept it ahead to Doc. Then another lead pass up the left wing. Nick Foligno at center ice. He'll stick it off the boards deep into the Kraken zone. Lindgren behind the Kraken net avoids a hit from Doc. Then sent a pass up the left wing. And it's taken by Montour into the Hawk zone. Moves it over the near boards. Picked off by Foligno for the moment, but lost and then taken back. Beniers had the puck. Foligno took it back off his stick and flips it back into the Kraken zone. We're down to 25 seconds left in the period. No score. Beniers into the Hawk zone down the left wing side. Flips the puck across into the near corner. It bounces up the boards, and Vlasic's got it ahead to Oliver Moore. He's into the Kraken zone on the left wing side. He's pushed off the puck there by Larson. Now taken back at the left point by Donato with 7. And he had it speared off his stick by Marchment to the far boards. Dunn's got the puck. He's content to just flip it down to his goaltender in the crease, who stops it with the stick, and the horn sounds, ending play in period number 1. Well, this was a chaotic period of hockey for my money, Colin. A lot of turnovers, but I give a lot of credit to really the forwards from both teams for the back-checking effort that we've seen here tonight. It's been pretty good.
I agree. I think there was a sloppier game, I think, that both coaches would like. It's kind of a flurry, kind of back and forth. Not a lot of heavy pressure, not a lot of sustained pressure by either team. Shots ended up 10-10. Seattle probably had the first half of the period, but the back half, the Blackhawks had a couple more opportunities, but not a lot of sustained pressure. It's kind of more of a back and forth type game. A little bit sloppy, not as sharp as both teams would like. It's a Monday night. It's not a Saturday night. Going back to a junior player, everybody likes to play on Friday and Saturday night, and Monday nights are Monday nights. And I think if I'm Jeff Blashill, I'm going to, take the good at the bad a little bit, but I am going to want them to be a little bit sharper and a little bit cleaner.
Now, Saturday night, a lot of people were distracted by Game 7 of the World Series, which I'm sorry to say didn't go the way of the Toronto Blue Jays. I wanted to see the Blue Jays win it, but didn't go that way. Congratulations to the Dodgers. That was baseball. This is typically Monday Night Football, and I know that Seattle's a big town for that, but they're not. I don't think the Seahawks are playing tonight, so I can't understand the distraction on the Monday.
Yeah, it wasn't again not as sharp as anyone wanted to be, but I like the more Donato Mikheyev line, especially late. They had the opportunity there, second to last shift, and then Blashill went right back with them 2 shifts later with 30 seconds left in the game. So A, he trusts them, and B, they're probably the best line to in hopes to score a goal. They had those quick bang plays from behind the goal line.
Right.
Had a couple, not the grade A glorious opportunities, but they had some sustained pressure and they had a couple quick chances.
Last year when Oliver Moore joined the Blackhawks, he played 9 games. He had 4 assists, but he made things happen in every single game. And Colin, his time in Rockford hasn't affected any of that. If anything, it's helped. He's picked up right where he's left off.
Yeah, and we were talking about him pregame about working on his offensive side of the game and his finish. And in Rockford, he has 6 goals in 9 games. Today, he's got probably 2 shots on net, 1 for sure, 1 grade A chance for sure. And like you said, he makes things happen. So even if he's not getting shots on net or creating offense, he's so fast, he can create havoc. And he can create turnovers, and he can create turmoil on the forecheck. He's not a guy that's going to run you into the third row, but he is a guy that's going to get on you quick and force you to make a decision one way or the other.
All right. Well, we're in the intermission here in Seattle. Hawks and Kraken, no score after 20. Right now, we're going to send it back away for a break. And when we come out of the break, Charlie Romiliotis is going to have a full intermission report, followed by second period action here in the Pacific Northwest. No score, Hawks and Kraken after 1. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, Jeremy Roenick here. I've seen a lot of stat sheets in my career, but when it comes to beer, these numbers jump off the page. Flight by Yuengling, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, and brewed with crisp, refreshing flavor. That's not just light beer, it's light beer with game, and it's brewed by the oldest brewery in America. Bottom line, if you care about performance and taste, Flight by Yuengling brings both. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Chicago hockey fans love a good power play. And when it comes to selling your house, you want a team you can trust.
That's why Jeff Buys Your House is your winning play. No repairs, no commissions, and you pick the closing date.
That's like skating on a clean sheet of ice, fast and smooth.
We're a local, veteran-owned company that's been helping Chicagoland homeowners since 2007.
Make the smart move and go for the win. Visit JeffBuysYourHouse.com for your no-obligation offer today.
Parents, what is your student doing after high school? Most of us would agree that education after high school is essential, but how do you help your student explore and decide on the education needed for their career choice? Remember, college is not a career choice. Don't worry, there is help. The help is Career Vision. Career Vision is a 35-year-old career consulting organization that works with students and their parents to discover each person's best career choice. Using their aptitude assessment program, Career Vision reveals an individual's natural talents and can direct them to the careers that will use these strengths and be more satisfying. Your student will be guided personally by a professional career consultant to receive objective information about themselves and the type of careers that fit them. We want our children to become happy adults. Career Vision has a proven system that takes the guesswork out of your student's future. Learn more at careervision.org. That's careervision.org.
The professionals at Plumbers 911 Chicago are ready to answer your call. They'll get your plumbing job done right the first time. Their phones are open 24/7. 1-833-PLUM-911.
Time for a break. It's intermission time.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap.
Here's Charlie Remiliotis with your intermission update.
20 minutes is in the books, and we are scoreless in Seattle. It's a 0-0 game as the Blackhawks continue a season-long 6-game road trip. They're still looking for their first win of the season, or first win on this road trip after falling to Winnipeg Thursday night and Edmonton in overtime on Saturday night and Hockey Night in Canada. So let's see if the Hawks can get on the board first here and put together a solid 40 minutes of action to put together their first win on this road trip. Time now to check out the odds according to Circa Sports Illinois. The first period over-under was set at 1.5. The over was the favorite. The under was at -102. So they're both minus money, but the under ends up hitting. Those odds are according to Circa Sports Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. A very light NHL schedule today as we go around the league and check out some of the scores. Let's start in Toronto, where the Pittsburgh Penguins were up 3-0 at one point on the Maple Leafs and ended up squandering it, allowing 4 unanswered goals to the Maple Leafs and lose in regulation 4-3. William Nylander scored twice for Toronto. Austin Matthews found the back of the net, and Bobby McCann scored the game winner in the third. So a really tough regulation loss for the Penguins after taking a 3-goal lead. Noel Acciari left this game for Pittsburgh with an upper body injury, and he did not return. So something to monitor for the Penguins. And also, I thought it was a fun matchup between Sidney Crosby and Austin Matthews. They were the two captains for Team Canada and Team USA at the Four Nations tournament last February and are likely to do the same for the Olympics in February. Sidney Crosby, obviously, for Team Canada, and Austin Matthews for Team USA. Some other scores around the league. The Edmonton Oilers and St. Louis Blues are knotted up at 2-2 with about 6.5 minutes left in the third period. Connor McDavid has assists on both of Edmonton's goals, and Robert Thomas has a goal and an assist for the Blues. The Vancouver Canucks, who will be hosting the Chicago Blackhawks on Wednesday night, are up 4-2 on the Nashville Predators right now, midway through the third. Brock Besser has a goal and an assist in the game. Evander Kane also has 2 goals after having 0 in his first 13 games. So his first 2 goals as a member of the Vancouver Canucks. Philip Forsberg has factored in on both of the goals for Nashville. He has a goal and an assist. Other NHL news, Toronto Maple Leafs defenseman Chris Tanev, he was discharged from the hospital yesterday after being removed from the ice on a stretcher in the third period of a 5-2 win in Philadelphia on Saturday. It's a really innocent-looking collision with Philadelphia Flyers forward Matvei Michkov. Tanev stayed overnight for precautionary reasons, but he is back in Toronto now after being placed on injured reserve. But good to see that he's expected to be okay. Scary scene for sure for Toronto. And then Washington Capitals forward Pierre-Luc Dubois is expected to miss, quote, an extended period of time with a lower body injury, according to head coach Spencer Carberry. He left Friday's game against the New York Islanders and did not return. So that was a really tough blow for the Washington Capitals. Pierre-Luc Dubois also missed some time earlier this season with an injury, so he's going to be knocked out of the lineup again. Elsewhere in sports, some college basketball opening night. Northwestern knocked off Mercyhurst 70-47. Illinois blew out Jackson State 113-55. Notre Dame defeated Long Island 89-67. DePaul beat Chicago State 92-62. Southern Illinois won 83-42. UIC beat Detroit Mercy 91-71. And St. Bonaventure defeated Bradley 69-63. Over in Monday Night Football, the Arizona Cardinals right now are leading the Dallas Cowboys 27-17 in the fourth quarter. Some Bears injury news. Defensive end Dayo Odengbo is out for the season with a torn Achilles. And finally, an MLB award finalist announcement. The Chicago Cubs pitcher Cade Horton was named a finalist for the National League Rookie of the Year. So nice to see Cade Horton get some recognition. I think the Cubs had 3 Gold Glovers the other day that was announced. Meanwhile, over in Seattle, the Hawks and Kraken, they're both looking for their first goal of the game so far. We'll take a quick break, then break down the first 20 minutes of action. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
It's Chris Cuomo from News Nation. The Blackhawks play here on WGN Radio.
Finding health insurance can be so confusing. People need help. That's why I work for Get Covered Illinois.
We are the state's official health insurance marketplace.
And we're here to help. With thousands of brokers certified by the state and hundreds of trained insurance guides, what we call navigators, available in communities across Illinois.
All free.
At getcoveredillinois.gov, we're here to help.
Hey, Chicago Blackhawks fans! I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, a win isn't a win without the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy.
Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
For mouth-watering Italian dining in Chicago's downtown theater district, it's always Pettorino's. Join them for Summer Sips in the Loop, 2 to 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. to close Monday through Friday on their amazing corner patio at Dearborn and Randolph. Plus, enjoy live jazz every Monday night, al fresco style, as Pettorino's opens their doors so you can listen outside. You can even bring your pooch to the patio for Pettorino's one-of-a-kind puppy menu. For delicious Italian cuisine and more, this summer, it's always Pettorino's.
Lou Manfredini here. Choose Lindemann Chimney Heating and Cooling for your annual fireplace and furnace safety inspections. Schedule instantly at lindemann.com.
There's never been a better time to test drive that Hyundai you've always wanted. Hyundai's award-winning lineup of cars, SUVs, hybrids, and EVs put your safety first with available class-exclusive features like digital key and remote smart parking assist, plus America's best warranty. See your local Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealer or visit HyundaiUSA.com today. Back here on the intermission, the Hawks and Kraken knotted up 0-0 score, still searching for that first goal of the game. But I thought Seattle found their legs early on in this game. They recorded the first 6 shots on goal and the first 8 shot attempts. So the Hawks, first few minutes got a little dicey there for Chicago. Arvid Soderblom was up to the task early on for the Blackhawks. I thought the one guy that really stood out in that first period for the Blackhawks was Oliver Moore. I mean, he's making his season debut after getting the call up earlier this morning. I should say yesterday, right before his Rockford Ice Hogs game, ended up finding out he was a late scratch in the game, was inside the locker room for warmups when he got the call that he's getting recalled by Chicago. Ends up going to the airport. He said he didn't get much sleep, but he said his energy levels are going to be just fine for the game tonight, and it really showed in this first period. He got credited with 4 shot attempts in the period. 2 of them missed the net, but 2 of them were shots on goal, and I thought a couple of them he generated. They were some quality looks for the Blackhawks too. So that's exactly the kind of impact the Blackhawks want him to make, using his speed, creating chance. He's a guy that can create chances on his own. And so no surprise that he was one of the more noticeable forwards in this game. He's probably running on a lot of adrenaline, but also his confidence, I feel like, is in a really good place after having a really solid start over in Rockford with 9 points, 6 goals, 3 assists in his first 9 games. And a really big reason why the Ice Hogs got off to a really strong start this season. 4-0 for the Ice Hogs right out of the gates. I'm not sure when the last time they did that. And they won 6 of their first 9 games. And Oliver Moore played a big role in that. So hopefully he can carry that over into the second period and really solidify an everyday roster spot on this Blackhawks team, because the opportunity is there now for Oliver Moore to take control of and show to the Blackhawks why he belongs on the everyday roster, and for this not to be just a temporary short-term move while Jason Dickinson gets healthy. I think Moore can really provide a lot if he can show the consistency here at the NHL level. We got more Blackhawks hockey coming up on 720 WGN.
It's Andy Mazer. We're your home for the Blackhawks, Northwestern football and basketball, the NFL, and Happen OB. This is AM 720 WGN Chicago.
Hey, hockey fans, it's Troy Murray. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing, the #1 premium composite decking brand, tough enough to handle anything. It looks like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industry-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at timbertech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
Hi, this is Dave Musil, owner of Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. Do you have a plumbing emergency? Call Four Seasons. An electrical emergency? Call Four Seasons. A heating or cooling emergency? Call Four Seasons. Same-day hot water tank installation needed? Call Four Seasons. Need a whole home generator? Call Four Seasons. We guarantee same-day installation on all heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs, and no extra charge for nights, weekends, or holidays.
For all the right reasons, call it 664 Seasons.
Hearing I had cancer was devastating. Learning vital organs would be temporarily removed to reach it had me speechless. I'm Jessica. When I found out I had a tumor stretching from my heart to my hip, the first thing I thought of was my family. Then my cancer, cardiology, and transplant team at Northwestern Medicine came up with a plan to save my life.
Nationally ranked for cancer by U.S. News & World Report, Northwestern Memorial Hospital was one of the only hospitals in the nation with the collective expertise to perform Jessica's 10-hour surgery. After temporarily removing her liver and kidney to reach the tumor, they replaced the damaged vein and removed the additional cancer that had grown into her heart.
My team stopped at nothing so that I'm able to be here with my family.
Because what makes us better makes you better. Northwestern Medicine. Learn more at nm.org/better.
Hey, Chris Chelios here. It's time to break out the Bandito. El Bandito Yankee Tequila. So smooth, it's criminal. Break out the Bandito, baby.
Up next, the second period. Here's Charlie Roumeliotis with your recap.
Back here on the intermission show as the Blackhawks and Kraken hit the ice for the start of the second period. Shots on goal in that first period were 10-10, but we did not get one that found the back of the net. So hopefully that changes here in the second period. What's on Deck is sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com as we head back over to Climate Pledge Arena with John and Colin. And John, hopefully scoreless in Seattle changes for the second period.
I knew you wouldn't miss that, Charlie.
Too easy.
All right.
I took the layup.
You did, yeah. Good for you. Good for you. All right. Well, the teams have assembled down below us at center ice, and second period action is forthcoming. In a couple nights, we'll be in Vancouver as our Pacific Northwest tour continues, and Colin will be working with us in Vancouver as well.
I will
Colin, so
join you in
looking forward to
Vancouver. I was born and raised Surrey, BC, just out of side of Vancouver. So I grew up a Canucks fan, but I promise you, I am not a Canucks fan in my adult life or my playing days. If you go back to the great rivalry, the Blackhawks Canucks rivalry.
So you're a Surrey guy, huh?
Surrey, BC.
Huh. Hop, skip, and a jump from New Westminster. All right.
Correct. Yep. Right across the river.
As you can hear, the ice effects, we're underway here in the second period. And boy, are those effects clean. Here's Ryan Green with a shot from the slot, and Decord is down with a butterfly save. So early on, the Hawks get control of the draw. They get possession in the Kraken zone, and they manufacture a pretty good chance.
I was just going to say, it all starts at the center ice draw. Connor Bedard beating Chandler Stevenson on the draw, getting the puck deep. Bedard made a really nice play from the right wing hash marks, a backhand quick pass. Ryan Green had popped into the high slot area, and he one-timed it. Decord made a really good save.
Here's the draw circle to Decord's left. And Stevenson wins this one. Josh Mahura passing, actually Vince Dunn passing ahead the center ice. Jaden Schwartz knocks it over to the right wing corner. Hawkin. Kaiser and Stevenson arrive at the same time. Green pokes the puck free, ends up behind the Hawk net. Artyom Levshunov sends it around up the right side for Burakovsky. He's not able to clear the Hawk zone, but instead he flips it in front of the net to Kaiser. Quick pass up the right side, Green, then a rink-wide pass for Bedard over the Kraken line to the left wing circle. Sent it across to the right point. Levshunov tried to tap the puck down to the corner. Picked off by the Kraken's Jaden Schwartz. From Wilcox, Saskatchewan, he'll drop it in the near corner to Dunn. Six a pass up the left wing side for Jordan Eberle. It's off the stick of Levshunov, however, and down behind the net. Matty Beniers in to take the puck for Seattle. Squeezes past the check, moves it out to the right point to Montour. Sidesteps more and moves down and fires, and is gloved out of the air by Soderblom, who will hold on to the puck. That shot may have been going over the net, but Soderblom wasn't taking any chances. Face-off will be in the circle to his left.
Yeah, I want to take it back. Bedard off the rush. He had good speed off the rush. He opened up a little bit of a lane to give himself some time and space. I want to see him shoot the puck, John. I know there's no traffic and maybe not a high danger chance by any means, but he's got such a good shot. I'd like to see him lean into one of his patented toe drags off the rush.
I think before the end of the night, he'll probably grant you your wish, Colin.
I hope he does.
Brandon Otto face off with Mason Marchment. And Donato wins it cleanly to the corner to Vlasic. To Crevier back in the net. Passing up the right wing to Mikheyev. Send it out the center ice to Donato. Tried to tap it ahead for Moore. It's past him and down ice into the near corner in the Kraken zone. Lindgren spun it behind his net up the far side. Donato picks it off, moves it down behind the net to Moore. To Donato in front, and he snaps a shot wide of the net, hits the end boards, and then Decord, the goaltender, flops on it to the right of the net and holds it there. We get a whistle.
Yeah,
Going to get some line changes for both teams. No score.
At the end of the first, John, we were talking about the Oliver Moore speed and the havoc he can create. He got on that deep puck, dumped in puck in a hurry, doesn't finish a check, doesn't kill anyone, but creates that pressure on the D-man to ring it around the boards, and Blackhawks puck, and they get a chance off of the turnover.
Here's Teravainen facing off with Beniers, and now Teravainen's been tossed off the dot. Frank Nazar will step in and try his luck against Matty Beniers. Both of them played hockey at the University of Michigan. And Nazar wins the puck back to the left point. Vlasic fires from there. That goes well wide. Here are the Kraken on the attack. Montour down the left wing into the Hawk zone, flips it in front. Beniers from the right circle, put it into the high slot. Long shot by Lindgren, never got through to the net. Blocked in front by Vlasic. Puck slapped into the far corner by Vlasic, taken away by Eberle. Out to the point to Montour, to Lindgren left point. He'll spin it behind the Hawk net. And Vlasic steers the pass up the left wing side at center ice. Taken back by Brendan Montour. He then handed it ahead for Beniers, who then turned the puck over. It's center ice now. Here's Teravainen. To Renzel. He's over the tracking line down the right wing side and snaps a shot that goes wide. Polino in the left wing corner. Whips it behind the net around to Bertuzzi. To Renzel at the line. Long shot from there goes wide. Grzelcyk in deep to the left wing corner. Tried to center the puck. Picked off by Lindgren. Ahead to Jordan Eberle. And the Kraken's second captain will dump the puck down in behind the Hawk net. Oliver Moore racing in to get it. Oliver Moore now carrying out the center ice. Floats it ahead, intended for Colton Dock at the Kraken blue line, but this is taken back by the Kraken instead. And down the right wing into the Hawk zone goes Winterton. Put it behind the net. Karche will send it out to the line. Alexiak fires. He scores. Well, this one fooled Arvid Soderblom. I believe he was screened on the shot. I don't think he ever got a clean look at that shot. It wasn't that hard of a shot. But Jamie Oleksiak snaps one from the line past Arvid Soderblom, and the Kraken lead 1-0.
Yeah, it was kind of a harmless-looking play, really. There wasn't much going on. Oleksiak not known for his goal-scoring ability anyway. Murphy tries to get it up the wall. It goes to Oleksiak, kind of banks off the right wing wall. He's standing around the dot line, and he just one-touches as a left-handed shot. A one-touch is kind of a floating wrister, so to speak. It was not hard. It didn't have lots of juice or steam on it. It just kind of floated in through traffic and found a way past Soderblom.
Oleksiak's second came at 2:57 of period number 2. 1-0 Seattle as we rejoin the play. Jaden Schwartz from center ice, missing on a pass along the left wing boards into the Hawk zone. Icing's going to be the call here to Seattle.
John, watching the replay here, it might have hit Grzelcyk in front of the net. He was kind of screening his own goalie. He was out in the slot area, and it just floated in, and it looked like it slightly changed directions, and it dropped under Soderblom's glove. He was positioned well. He kind of square to the puck, but it looked like it dropped under his glove.
He'll draw a circle to the Cord's left. Chandler Stevenson against the Hawks, Connor Bedard. And now they get in there a little too vigorously. Linesman stands him up and says, let's do it again. And Bedard wins the draw, actually pulled it free, but the Kraken now get possession. Kakko passing to Schwartz over the Hawk blue line down the left wing. He turns to the boards and then fell down, lost the puck. Burakovsky breaking back the other way to center. Burakovsky over the Kraken line, feeds it down to Bedard, moves in and fires. He just missed the net. Follow-up shot by Burakovsky from the bottom of the left circle, deflects wide. Ryan Green in the right wing corner. Put the puck up the near sideboard. Stevenson took it away. Green looks like he's partially injured. He's heading to the Hawks bench. Stevenson, meanwhile, back into the Hawks zone. Dunn in the left circle. Centers. Picked off by Burakovsky. Head to Oliver Moore at center ice. Crossing the Kraken line down the right wing. Drops the shoulder. Barrels to the net and fires. And a pad save is made by DeCord. Kaiser in deep to the right wing corner. Takes a hit. Lost the puck there, however, to Dunn. He'll move it out to Kakko at center ice. Dumps it off the right corner boards. Bounces into the slot area. And Ilya Mikheyev there to tap it away. And then flip it in behind the net. Now to Crevier near corner. To Donato at the line. Wright took the puck away for Seattle. To Marchment. He'll fire from the right circle, high and wide. Puck rides around the glass to center ice. And Montour, the Kraken, will take it back down deep in behind the Kraken net. Moore leaning on him there. And then Montour is able to put it up the right side to Marchment at center ice. Crossing the Hawk blue line. You heard that whistle cut the air. And offside are the Kraken at 15:29 left in period number 2. 1-0 Seattle.
Moore's on, not Moore, sorry. Green's on the bench. He took a hit down in the right wing corner. Not a huge hit, but more of a counter hit where he had the puck and they just kind of ran into each other, and he is kind of hunched over and slow to get to the bench. He looks like he's in a little discomfort, but didn't go down the tunnel or anything like that. He's regrouped. He looks to be okay.
He's a Newfoundlander. He's a tough kid.
He's a tough East Coast Canadian.
Oh, gone right. Maritimer. Inside the Hawk zone, Crevier to the puck. Will flip it up the right side to Bertuzzi at center ice. He deflects it into the Kraken zone. Alexiak's got it now. Played for the Chicago Steel for a couple years. He moves the puck ahead to the Hawk blue line, and the Kraken come across offside again.
All 6'7", 245 pounds of Jamie Oleksiak. I wouldn't want to run into him, but at the same time, going back to when I played, I'd really want to run into him just to say I did. But he's a big boy, a big unit. He takes up a lot of space.
Played in the 2020 Cup final with the Dallas Stars and showed surprising offensive skill in that final series. A lot of people weren't expecting Oleksiak to do that much, but he tallied a couple of goals and a couple of key assists to keep Dallas in it. They eventually lost to Tampa Bay, but they made it to the final, and so good on them. Back inside the Hawk zone. Vlasic spins the puck around at the left wing side into the Kraken end. And Josh Mahura battling over there with Tyler Bertuzzi, who ends up with the puck at the left point. Strokes it down behind the Kraken net. DeCord out to play it to the near boards to Oleksiak. Passing on the right wing to Eberle over the Hawk blue line. He drops the puck at the point to Beniers. Beniers then lost the puck down to the corner. Vlasic Passing it up the left wing side, Teravainen goes rink wide with a saucer pass, and this is picked off by Dunn of the Kraken. Down to Beniers behind the net, put it in front, picked off by Bertuzzi. Ahead to Teravainen at center ice. He can't dump the puck into the Kraken zone. He turns it over, however, to Larson. Now ahead into the Hawk zone. Cartier down the left wing side. Wedged off the puck in the corner and eventually thrown into the boards there by Colton Dock. Ilya Mikheyev breaking back the other way for the Hawks. Dumps to the right wing corner, Kraken zone. There to get it, Foligno. Spins the puck behind the net to the left wing corner to Dock, then back to Foligno, right corner to Murphy, right point. Whips it left point, Grzelcyk. Long shot, bounces off the inboards, and Foligno from the right circle controls the puck and sent it in on goal. DeCord is down with a butterfly save, holding the puck. 1-0 Seattle, 13:54 left in period number 2. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
What do the Blackhawks and United Airlines have in common? The next generation has arrived, and the future looks bright. New planes are joining the United Airlines fleet every week, decked out with Bluetooth connectivity, screens and power at every seat, and bigger overhead bins to fit everyone's carry-on. Book your next trip on the United app or United.com today. United Airlines, proud to be the official airline of the Chicago Blackhawks.
After the end of a good fight, you deserve an ice-cold reward. Modelo is the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, the bigger the fight, the better the reward. You put in the hours, the energy, the tough labor. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Whether you're on the field or on the ice, the best way to bet is with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips, Circa Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be, with high app limits, no holds, exceptional customer service, and no bet fees, ever. Other books may charge you just to get on the field, but with Circa Sports, every play is yours to call. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey Blackhawks fans, it's Andre Burakovsky. Game on. It's time for Blackhawks hockey.
Looking for ultimate flexibility while still getting access to the biggest games of the year? Whether you select a quarter season plan or a customizable pick'em plan, we've got you covered with options that fit your schedule. Visit tickets.blackhawks.com to learn more.
Well, now, Seattle is a town known for a lot of things. Coffee, a little bit of drizzle, seafood, especially on the food side. But, hey, we just been presented with a couple of real nice hot chicken sandwiches. I can't eat mine right now because I'm a little bit busy. But tell you what, Carl, I'll take it over from here. You go ahead and have your lunch. And
my
we'll
hot
get back
chicken
to
sandwich.
after the break. Yeah.
It's calling me. It's calling my name, that's for sure. And I am going to dive into it.
Oh, very kind hosted up here in the booth by a couple of very nice people that have helped us in our broadcast tonight. Thank you, guys. Off the draw in the Kraken zone. Here's Kaiser with a shot from the left point. That was blocked in front of the net. Ryan Green had the rebound and sent it back to Kaiser, but the puck hit a Kraken player's stick and deflects off the glass and down into the Hawk end. Kaiser back to get it there. Sent it to Ryan Green, Hawk line to Burakovsky, breaking through center over the Kraken line to the left wing circle. Turning to the boards and then back to the top of the circle and fires blocked. Here's Levshunov with a follow-up shot. And it's turned out of there with a pad save. Bedard takes the puck in the right circle. Out to the line, Levshunov to Kaiser left point. Tried to flip the puck down to the corner. This caught the stick of Capo Caco and deflects up and over the glass. So whistle stopping play with 13:15 left in the second. Still 1-0 Seattle.
This Seattle team, they play with a lot of structure, and it's hard to get any sustained pressure on them. To do a great job of clogging the house area, clogging the D-zone area. It's hard to get second chances and third chances off the rebounds. Levshunov made a great shot from the right wing point there off the blocker of DeCord. Not a lot of traffic in front of him. Couldn't get in front of him. The rebound came up to Bedard, but he suffocated with 5 Kraken players in that house area, and it's hard to get those second shot opportunities off.
Now the Hawks have taken the lead on faceoffs, 14-23. Kraken on the attack, however. Here they come into the Hawk zone. Marching from the left point, put the puck down behind the net. Shane Wright tried to flip it in front, ends up at the line. And now the Kraken get it back. Wright firing from the slot. Rinzel blocked that. Here's Donato with a pass ahead to center ice to Rinzel. Whips the puck off the boards and down behind the Kraken net. DeCord out to play it up the left wing side to Marchment. He'll hand it ahead into the Hawk zone on the left wing side. Here's Winterton firing a shot. That was blocked by Renzel to the far boards. There to get the puck is Ryan Donato, and he'll flip it down to the Kraken blue line. Montour with a lead pass ahead for Marchment. He goes down in a heap, and a penalty is going to be called here. So the Kraken are going to get their first power play opportunity on the game, leading the game 1-0. A tripping call, and Ryan Donato will get the gate. Here's one.
Call number 8. 2-minute minor for tripping.
I think it was a little unfortunate. It looked to me more like Seattle wanted to cut to the middle. It was Winterton wanted to cut to the middle, and he just kind of clipped Donato. More of a accidental than an on purpose, for sure. Tried to get a stick in there on Winterton, tried to poke the puck away, and as Winterton was cutting kind of behind him, he was able to get him, and he slightly tripped over his stick.
Oh,
he just clipped his foot. He was just
so close.
Yeah, he's turning an angle. It's kind of an unfortunate result. I get why he called it, don't get me wrong, but an unfortunate play.
Now in behind the net, Eberle put it out in front. Beniers shoots and scores.
That was a bang-bang play, winning the face-off, number one, going D-to-D wide, spreading the penalty killers out. It went down low to Eberle on Soderblom's left side, and he made a beautiful behind-the-back backhand pass, making it look easy. High IQ, high skill goal by the veteran Jordan Eberle to Beniers, and Beniers made no doubt shooting it blocker side on Soderblom. What a play by Jordan Eberle.
Certainly was. Eberle will get the primary assist for Beniers, who has had a little bit of a slow start as far as goals are concerned. And that's only his second goal on the season.
Eberle made it look like he was almost going to go behind the net on his forehand, and then he kind of spun and just put that backhand pass right on Beniers' tape.
And it only took the Kraken 8 seconds to score on their power play. So 2-0 in favor of the Kraken as we rejoin the play. Teravainen in the right wing corner, Kraken zone, tried to center the puck. It's picked off by Beniers, who clears out the center ice in front of the Hawks bench. Vlasic is there to sweep it down to the corner. DeCord played it up the boards. Renzel from the top of the circle fires. 6 save made by DeCord. Bertuzzi with the puck behind the Kraken net. Draws a penalty. Bertuzzi put it to the line. Vlasic to Bertuzzi, top of the left circle. Fires a shot, and it skips in on goal. And DeCord will glove the puck and hold it. So we'll get the penalty call right here, right now.
Seattle 10. 2 minutes for a hook.
So Matty Beniers, who scored the goal, is going to get the gate for hooking. And the Hawks will get another Citgo power play. Score savings on every fill-up with Club Citgo. Download the app now to start saving.
This is a big opportunity for the Blackhawks to answer back. Seattle just scored on their power play 8 seconds into the power play. It started with a face-off win. Great opportunity to get themselves back in this game. There's still 31 minutes and 45 seconds left in the game. Lots of game to get themselves back, and it starts on this glorious power play opportunity. Nazar's in the draw. We got to win this draw, get possession. Low to high. There you go.
And they do. Renzel at the right point to Burakovsky, top of the left wing circle. Guns it toward the net. Deflects wide off the skate. Bedard grabs the puck along the right boards to Renzel right point. Down to Bedard. He shot it through the crease. And Bertuzzi and looked like Bertuzzi and Larson, who were battling there, looked like they each got a stick on that, deflecting it up and out of play. But they're going to keep the face-off inside the Seattle zone in the circle to DeCord's left.
Yeah, Bedard was trying to look for that patented Bedard to Bertuzzi play. Bertuzzi seems to always be right in that blue paint, on a knee, on one knee, on two knees, looking to get a deflection, and Bedard's looking for him backdoor.
Nazar wins the draw. Renzel right point to Burakovsky right circle. Put it over to Bedard in the right wing corner. Floats it back now to the right point to Renzel. Down to Bedard beside the circle to the high slot. Burakovsky, a wrist shot, and it Karche and deflects up into the protective netting.
So I like the shooter's mentality. Burakovsky gets the shot blocked, but I like getting pucks to the net. We talked about a couple shifts ago how it's hard to get any sustained pressure or second or third opportunities on Seattle. They do such a good job. Power play, simplify, getting pucks to the net. Burakovsky tried. It was blocked, but I'd like to see them to keep shooting the puck.
Maybe a little structural or strategical affectation on this power play, Colin. We get a whistle. They're going to blow the face-off dead and do it again. But for Burakovsky at the top of the circle, instead of the expectation of him shooting the puck, maybe an alley could be created where a passing option could present itself and then another quick pass for an open shot.
Certainly.
Easy to see up here and say it, right? I mean, we got it all figured out, right?
Yes, we do.
Now inside the Kraken zone. Good pinch down the boards by Nazar, who knocked the puck down behind the Kraken net. But Adam Larson, a former first-round pick of the New Jersey Devils, takes the puck and fires it all the way down. Rinzel leaving the puck for Bedard in the Hawk zone, and he'll skate it through center and over the Kraken blue line. Bedard turning away down the left wing side with the puck. Banks it out to the point. Burakovsky moving into the left circle. Put it behind the Kraken net. Bertuzzi got it there. Out to Bedard along the right wing half boards. 54 seconds on the power play. Passes to the right point to Rinzel. Tried to flip it across the rink, and that hit the skate of one of the Kraken players. That's Winterton. The puck deflects to center ice. Bedard back into the Kraken zone. Drops it right point to Nazar to Rinzel on the slot. He fires and just missed the net. Lindgren clears it around the glass and off of Nazar's stick to center ice. He has to go back and get the puck there. He turns and skates back into the Kraken zone on the right wing side. Sends the puck over left wing boards to Foligno. To Burakovsky now, top of the left circle. Guns a shot that hit Larson and banks into the left wing corner. And a good keep in there by Burakovsky. To Nazar, top of the left circle. Moves it over to the right wing corner for Bedard. Taken away and cleared but not out. Here's Rinzel at the right point, backing into the deep slot. Gave it to Donato, put it in on goal. Loose puck taken out of there and spun out to the high slot. Renzel's got it and fires, and that deflects off the glass and up into the protected netting and out of play, just as Beniers is out of the box, and the Kraken are back to full strength. So still 2-0 in favor of the Kraken with 9:42 left in period number 2 here in Seattle. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Bob Surratt, weekday mornings at 6. Now let's get you back to the ice.
The NHL is officially back, and right now, new FanDuel customers can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. Put your first bet in the back of the net on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook and official partner of the Chicago Blackhawks. Must be 21 or older and present in Illinois. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. The Blackhawks defend their home ice, but who defends yours? Since 1936, Culligan has been your trusted water expert, providing cleaner, safer, better-tasting water to Chicagoans like you. As the official water provider of the Blackhawks, certified Culligan filtration gives you the best water wherever you are, at home, at work, or roaring during the national anthem in the United Center. Enjoy water you trust from a partner you trust. Culligan, water you love.
Remember that smell of the sauce simmering on the stove all day? The laughter, the stories, the family gathered around the table. You can bring back that feeling with Marconi imported Italian tomatoes. These aren't just any tomatoes. They're grown, picked, and packed in the San Marzano region of Italy. Rich, sweet, full of flavor. The perfect base for your homemade sauce and soups. Next time you're at the store, look for Marconi, because the best conversations start in the kitchen and the best meals start with Marconi. And don't forget the Giardiniera.
For breaking legal news on the hottest issues, tune into Legal Face Off on WGNradio.com, hosted by Rich Lenkoff and Tina Martini, and brought to you by McCorkle Litigation Services.
Hawks fans, welcome back to Seattle, where Seattle is up 2-0 over the Hawks. Tonight's coaches' challenges are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine, with 8 specialties ranked among the top 10 in the nation by U.S. News and World Report. The teams at Northwestern Medicine offer second opinions for the toughest conditions.
Hawks get the draw. Grzelcyk firing one in from the left point, deflects wide of the net. Oleksiak put the puck up the near side, but not out of the zone. And now the puck does bounce out to center ice. Taken back by Grzelcyk. Head to Donato at the Kraken line on the left wing. He spun it down in behind the net, where Oliver Moore races in and checks Oleksiak. And Oleksiak kept it away, put it up the right wing side to right. He clears the bouncing puck out to center ice. And the Kraken come back into the Hawk zone. Here's Mahura from the left circle, firing, and a glove save made by Soderblom. He'll hold on to it there. Whistle stopping play. Lane Lambert going with his third line out there. Shane Wright centering Yanni Newman. He's actually a Finnish product. Everybody is thinking Newman, N-E-W-M-A-N. No, N-Y-M-A-N, and it's pronounced Newman.
Just to make your job harder, John.
I love it, though. I love the challenge. Come on, give it to me. Anyway, big kid got a hard shot, and he got it away there, and a good save made by Soderblom. Face off, circle to Soderblom's right. The Nears against the Hawks. Nick Foligno, Hawk captain, wins the draw. Colton Dock to the puck. Got some space along the near boards, and he'll skate the puck to center ice on the right wing side. Got it in over the Kraken line, working against Lindgren. Put the puck down to the corner, but the Kraken end up taking it back, then giving the puck back. Louis Crevier at the right point. Whips it down behind the net, around up the far side. Teravainen poking the puck from the left circle toward the net, but Ryan Lindgren took it away for Seattle. Back to Montour. Put a pass up the right wing side. At the Hawk blue line, Vlasic poke checks the puck back to center ice, and Eeli Tolvanen took it back into the Hawk zone, putting the Kraken offside. 2-0 in favor of Seattle. They'll face it off just outside the Hawk blue line at center ice.
John, I'm going to bring in the Who's Hot, Who's Cold, sponsored by Plumbers 911 Chicago, where they do it right the first time. And this is going to be an odd one for me because I'm going to use the same team for both. Bringing it back to the New York Rangers on the road, where they're hot. 6 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. Best in the NHL. At home, they're yet to win a game. 0-4-1.
How about it? Hot and cold. They were just in here, by the way. They were the last team that the Kraken played and lost in overtime. Seattle has not lost on home ice in regulation. All 4 of their losses have been in OT, so they've gotten points out of them. We get back to the play at center ice. Murphy dumps the puck to the inboards in the Kraken zone. Ryan Green tried to give it over in the near corner to Bedard, who's being held up by Larson deep in the Kraken zone as the Kraken come up ice. Kako into the Hawk zone. Put the puck down to the left wing corner. Jaden Schwartz there. The Stevenson left wing corner. Put it in front for Kako, who turns and fires off the side of the net. And then Schwartz with a tough angle shot from the bottom of the right circle, knocked away by Soderblom. Stevenson then turns it over at the line. Here's Bedard breaking down into the Kraken zone down the left wing side. Turning away to the boards, gave it a Green in front. He shoots. He just missed the far post. Loose puck tumbles around to the near side, and there to get it is Renzel. He'll flip the puck back into the Kraken zone. The Hawks are in a line change.
The only unfortunate thing about that is Bedard got that puck at the end of a shift. They changed right away after. He didn't have the juice in his leg at the start of the shift.
Now Renzel put a shoulder into Winterton, and the Hawks get the puck back. Here's Bertuzzi down the left wing side to the corner in the Kraken zone. Turning on Larson, bats it back to the left point, and Vlasic will fire, deflects over the net. There to get it, Nazar. Now out to the left circle. A shot from Vlasic goes just wide. This puck taken away by Catton. Ahead up the left wing to Karche at center ice. He turned the puck over to Frank Nazar. Breaking into the Kraken zone down the left wing to the circle. Drops it back into the high slot. And all Teravainen can do is direct the puck into the near corner where the Kraken take it back. The Hawks going for a line change.
Those are those ones I'd like to see Frankie just shoot one. I know there's no traffic. I get it's off the rush, but you can't score if you don't shoot. Just snap one in there. You never know what's going to happen.
Here's Adam Larson between the circles, Kraken zone, carrying the puck to center ice and banks it off the left sideboards and down behind the Hawk net. Soderblom drives it around the glass and out to center ice, and the aforementioned Larson picks up the puck now at the Seattle blue line again. The Kraken started up. Here's Larson again, passing up the right side, and Shane Wright into the Hawk zone to the corner. He's checked by Donato, but sticks the puck behind the net around to the near sideboards to Josh Mahura. He'll spin it back in behind into the far corner. And then Vlasic is checked off the puck. The Kraken get it. And the puck is centered out, ends up out at the near point. And then Mahura can't get to the puck. It deflects down ice into the Kraken zone as the Hawks will quickly go for a line change. Now the puck turned over at center ice. Here's Mikheyev into the Kraken zone. Turned the puck over along the near boards. Marchman into the Hawk zone down the left wing side. Beniers left circle, put it in front. Oh, what a save made by Soderblom off of a point-blank shot by Jordan Eberle. Closing in down the right wing side. And a goal-mouth pass there by Beniers hits Eberle right on the tape. And he stuck it toward the net. And Arvid Soderblom just took a goal away from him with his glove. Remember that save right there, Fraz?
That was a heck of a save. He went from his right to his left in a hurry. We got a timeout here.
We sure do. All right, 5:32 left in the second. 2-0 Seattle. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Marquette Bank has been Chicagoland's neighborhood bank for 80 years. 80 years is a long time. Marquette Bank is here to help you build savings, buy a home, plan for retirement. Marquette Bank is here to help you achieve your financial goals. When you bank with Marquette Bank, good things happen for you and your neighborhood. Marquette Bank, love where you bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 462926.
Hey, Mr. C, it's me. Well, I just picked up the ring. I actually went to Hellsberg. Thanks for that recommendation. Kate's gonna love that hers is from the same jeweler you got Mrs. C's ring from. They were so helpful throughout the whole process. They even knew your family by name, and the ring looks great. Anyways, I just couldn't wait to let you guys know. Call me back and wish me luck.
Hellsberg, designed with care and craft since 1915. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
With America's best lineup of hybrids from Hyundai, you get the best of both worlds, like the reliable and efficient Tucson Hybrid, backed by America's best warranty. The Hyundai Tucson Hybrid. It's the best of both worlds.
Lease the Hyundai Tucson for $259 a month or get 0% APR on the Tucson or Tucson Hybrid. Offers end November 3rd. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Hey Blackhawks fans, it's Ryan Donato. Break's over. More Blackhawks hockey coming up.
We're back to Seattle. John Weideman along with Colin Fraser. Both of us enjoying a couple of bites here and there of our chicken sandwiches. And they're really good, eh, Fred?
They're very good. World famous Seattle chicken sandwiches. Shipped in from Tennessee or something. Who knows?
I was just going to say, if somebody presented me with a cup of coffee, I would think, okay, that's normal. But anyway, I'm just really delighted. I mean, this is really good stuff. Good fare. And thank you very much again, you guys. Off the draw, Hawks get control of the puck. Bertuzzi at center ice to Foligno over the Kraken line. He'll fire from the left wing side, hits the inboards, and bounces out into the crease. Decord plops on the puck and holds it as Nick Foligno and Ryan Lindgren get together and discuss things for a moment, but the linesman intervenes.
I want to bring it back to that save just before the break, John. Soderblom, huge stop at a key part of the game. Kraken are coming in on 3-on-2. Marchment slides it over to the center support Beniers, who hits Eberle on the back door, and he got a lot on it too. Soderblom pushed off that post with some explosiveness and got his toe on it, was able to corral the rebound as well and freeze it. It was a wonderful save.
Those are the kind of saves that, you know, the goalies will make in the morning skate after everybody's left the ice, and they'll, you know, the coaches will work with the goaltenders and the extra skaters, and we see that, I think, pretty often. But in a game when you see it, boy, you really know that he's saved the bacon of the team. Here's Foligno down the slot into the Kraken zone, firing a shot, and Decord got the right pad on it, knocking it wide. Left Shinoff to the puck at the right point. He'll skate it across the rink, stopping in the high slot, puts it in on goal, and a pad save made. Good crowd in front, too. Doc in the left wing corner tried to swat a Foligno pass down behind the net. Was taken away by Montour, who then lost the puck at the left point. Going to get a penalty here to the Kraken. Colton Dock at the right point now. Leaving the puck for Lev Shinoff. He'll carry out to center ice. He's chased into the Hawk zone. Soderblom is on the Hawks bench. Delayed penalty here. Now Bedard deflects the puck down the left side boards deep into the Kraken zone, and it's touched in the far corner by Montour. Let's pick up the announcement on this penalty here.
Seattle 7, 2 minutes for a trip.
Eberle just kind of spun and tried to get a stick on Foligno's. Foligno had the puck on the wall, and Eberle just got a stick on it as Foligno was trying to carry it off the wall. And he just stepped on it and tripped him kind of right on the left wing boards. It all started earlier in the shift with a nice seen eye shot by Levshunov. He didn't try to pound it. He just wanted to get it through. And we talk about that shooter's mentality, putting it on net. And with traffic in front of the net, Decord made a good save on the initial shot and the rebound as well to get the sustained pressure in the O-zone.
Hawks get control off the draw. This is another Citgo power play. Score savings on every fill-up with Club Citgo. Download the app now to start saving. Sam Rinzel back at the Hawk line. Gave the puck there to Connor Bedard. He'll angle up ice through center ice. Over the Kraken line. A drop pass was intended for Rinzel. Picked off by Karche. He's back into the Hawk zone down the left wing side. He'll turn and flip it back to center ice. And then take it back in front of the penalty boxes. Flings the puck across into the right wing corner Hawk zone. The only guy there is Jaden Schwartz, who's bumped off the puck by the Hawks' Frank Nazar. Hawks get it back and come up ice, and then Bedard tried to hand the puck to Burakovsky. He wasn't expecting it. Puck bounces over the center ice circle. Nazar's got it there and sends it down the right side glass in behind the net. There to get it, Bedard banks it back up to Nazar along the right half boards. He sent it across. It deflects out to the top of the left circle. Andre Burakovsky, the former Kraken there. To the high slot, Rinzel. To Nazar, left circle. Back to Burakovsky. Back to Rinzel. To Bedard, right circle. Closing in with a toe drag and a shot. And that hit a shin pad, I believe, Oleksiak. Bedard again backing up through the high slot. This time will fire. That sails wide of the net. Bertuzzi swats it around to Burakovsky along the left wing boards. He'll stick the puck back in behind the net in the right wing corner. Bedard flings it into the crease. Knocked out of there by Decord. Nazar recovers the puck along the right side boards. Leaves it there for Bedard. Bedard through the high slot now with 26 seconds on the power play. Bedard into the left wing circle. Jams it into the crease. Knocked out of there, Rinzel. To Burakovsky, top of the left circle. To Bedard, left corner to Rinzel. And from the top of the right circle, fires toward the net. That was redirected toward the net by Nazar, but it missed, and Schwartz will fire the puck down.
Good puck movement, good shots. Not a lot of grade A chances or really, really tight chances, but they had good possession, good looks, good shooting, right mentality. Decord's been good, and Seattle's been good at giving up those second chances. They just don't give them up.
Ryan Donato was tripped at center ice. They let this one go, and now Donato's got the puck back into the Kraken zone down the left wing to the corner. Snaps it behind the net around to Foligno along the right half boards. To Levshinoff, right point. Moves it to the top of the left circle for Grzelcyk. He flips it back to the right point. Levshinoff has to skate over and get it. Drops it right circle. Foligno, he'll fire, and that's through a maze and wide and around the glass and back to center ice in front of the benches. Levshinoff taking the puck back into the Hawk zone. Sends it over to Grzelcyk along the left sideboards. Here's Grzelcyk now. Back to Levshinoff, right wing to the Hawk blue line. Put a pass through now to Teravainen. Back to Levshinoff in front of the benches, and he'll stick it off the boards and down behind the Kraken net. Decord plays it over to the corner. And Larson will drive it behind his net up the left wing side and down. Here's Vlasic in the near corner. Takes a hit. Moves the puck out. Ends up behind the net. And Green will stick it into the near corner. Crevier now with a pass to Oliver Moore. Breaking through center ice over the Kraken line on the right wing. Strokes it down the boards behind the net around to Ryan Green, who dodges the check. And then gets tied up along the far boards by Wright, who works the puck free to Newman. Head to Montour into the Hawk zone down the right wing side. Caught by Ilya Mikheyev behind the net. Montour around to the near side boards. Shakes the check from Mikheyev. Tried to center. That hit a skate in front. And now Crevier will bank a pass up the right side and down ice into the Kraken zone. Icing's going to be the call here to the Hawks. 46 seconds left in period number 2.
Yeah, Levshunov looks really comfortable on the blue line, or looking more and more comfortable. He made earlier in that shift, it was kind of a long shift. He got the puck right at there where the blue line meets the boards on the right side, and most guys would just put it back behind the net or make the safe play, and he had a little bit of poise to get it and drag it to the middle and get the shot on net. He's 3 assists in his last few games, John, and he's really starting to feel better, look better, and get more and more comfortable as the season goes on.
I was just going to say, I thought I was noticing how confident he seems to be when playing the puck there, especially on that last power play.
Yeah, he's more poise and more confidence with it. He's a really good player. He's a 20-year-old defenseman. It's just hard on D. It takes a little bit more time. You got to be a little bit more patient with defensemen.
Now from center ice, Lindgren flings the puck down the glass in behind the Hawk net. Vlasic stopping it there. Passing up the left wing, Oliver Moore at center ice. Rink wide pass, Nazar over the Kraken line down the right wing. Sent it to the slot, picked off by Lindgren. He carries to his end boards and then strokes it up the left wing side. Stevenson clears to center ice. Bertuzzi took it back, sticks it down the right side boards into the Kraken zone. 4 seconds left. Lindgren to the puck in the corner. Will put it behind the net, and there's the horn ending play. So 40 minutes are in the books. And the Blackhawks trail the Kraken 2-0. The shots on goal favoring the Hawks by a pretty fair margin, 24-15. And the Blackhawks have been getting the better of the face-offs. Colin, for me, the difference in this game is the play of Joey Decord in the Kraken crease.
Absolutely. And the Kraken defense, not just their defensemen, but their defensive scheme and setup. And they play such a tough game as a group of five. They always have five in the house. They always have the middle of the ice locked off. So the Hawks have 24 shots on net, but not a ton of them are from inside that house area, inside from around the crease. And when they have had those chances, Joey Decord has been there to close the door, and he's made it look real easy.
He has. And you know what? He's kind of simplified his game in making it look easy. He's doing the simple things, and it's become very effective for him.
Yeah. And you ask your goalie you don't need your goalie to stand on your head. You just don't want him to let in bad goals. And,
right.
And so the group defense as a group and as a team, they allow him to do that where he can just make that first save, and he doesn't have to worry about making the second and the third and the fourth save. There haven't been a lot of rebound opportunities there. There haven't been a lot of close point blank chances. Seems to be a lot on the outside. I'd like to see the Hawks, easier said than done when I say it, but you got to get to those dirty areas and you got to get inside and you got to get an ugly one.
And on the subject of saves, if I may, the save that Arvid Soderblom made in that second period has the Hawks only down by 2 goals. So really, if that goes to a 3-0 lead, that's a different story for a team. But down 2-0, that's not an impossible type of a deficit to climb out of.
Never, and not in the NHL and not with the Blackhawks' young, youthful lineup. They have some skill. They have some game breakers, some guys that can bust a game open. And, it sounds cliche, but getting back to that simplicity and getting after it, really getting inside and getting dirty, kind of having that extra push. They have a day off tomorrow. There's no back-to-back games. There's nothing to save it for. You're still in the game at 2-0. You still had some looks at 24 shots on net. Hopefully you get maybe another power play to get things going, but you got to put it all on the line here for the last 20 minutes.
All right. 2 periods in the books here in Seattle. We're going to send it away for a break, and when we come out of the break, Charlie Romeliotis is going to have a full intermission report for you good folks, followed by third period action back here in Seattle. The Hawks hoping to take a win out of here, but they're going to have to overcome a 2-goal deficit in order to do it. But I have confidence in them, right, Colin?
I do. Absolutely. I think if there's ever a team, this is the new team, the new Hawks, the new young flying guns. They can do it.
Absolutely. Burakovsky's returned to Seattle for Tuesday's 500th game, and Oliver Moore's season debut for the Blackhawks. That would make a nice story by the end of the night. 2-0 Seattle after 2. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Getting health insurance that fits your budget isn't easy.
At Get Covered Illinois, we are here to help.
We are the state's official health insurance marketplace.
A place where health insurers compete for your business. A website where you can compare multiple health plans and pricing in one place. And where you can connect to financial help and free in-person assistance.
Because you deserve insurance. GetCoveredIllinois.gov. We're here to help.
Hey, Jeremy Roenick here. I played in an era that was tough, gritty, old school. But I got major respect for the next generation of hockey. The speed, the skill, the precision. That's what I see in Flight by Yuengling. It's brewed by the oldest brewery in America, but built for today. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, clean, crisp, real beer flavor without the heaviness. This is a light beer that keeps up with the modern game. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Right now, hockey fans across the city are struggling to fill the fridge. That's why the Salvation Army is here to assist those in need all season long. Our friends at the Salvation Army are seeing unprecedented demand in their communities, the communities they've served for decades, with more people walking through the doors in search of emergency support. Your support this year is more important than ever. Go to the John Williams Kettle at WGNradio.com. Let's help make a difference today.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That fun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
JTV, Jewelry Television. With 80,000 jewelry looks, we're kind of a big deal.
Even bigger with new lines of designer handbags, fragrances, and more. And biggest of all, because you could win a 7-night stay in Bali, spending money, and thousands worth of JTV jewelry, making you kind of a big deal. Enter by December 7th at jtv.com/sweepstakes. No purchase necessary. Then watch JTV on TV or shop jtv.com for big holiday deals.
The professionals at Plumbers 911 Chicago are ready to answer your call. They'll get your plumbing job done right the first time. Their phones are open 24/7, 1-833-PLUM-911.
Time for a break. It's intermission time.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap.
Here's Charlie Rameliotis with your intermission update.
We are through 40 minutes at Climate Pledge Arena. And we got some good news and we got some bad news. The good news is it is no longer scoreless in Seattle. The bad news is the Kraken are up 2-0, and the Hawks are still searching for their first goal in this game. It was goals by Jamie Alexiak at 2:57 and a power play goal by Matty Beniers at 7:36 that have put Seattle up 2-0. It was the second goal of the season for both Alexiak and Matty Beniers. That Beniers-Eberle combo feels like has been a little bit lethal for the Kraken in this game, particularly in that second period. I thought they were really noticeable, but Chicago's still in it. We still got one period to go, so let's see what the third period would bring to the table. We had 3 other games on the NHL schedule, so a very light one tonight, and all 3 of them have gone final. Let's start over in Toronto, where the Maple Leafs overcame a 3-0 deficit to beat the Pittsburgh Penguins 4-3, and they did so in regulation. It was William Nylander that scored twice for the Maple Leafs, and Bobby McCann scored the game winner in the third period. By the way, Austin Matthews also found the back of the net. It was a Sidney Crosby versus Austin Matthews matchup. The 2 likely captains for the team, for Team USA and Team Canada at the Olympics, both Crosby and Matthews were captains for their respective countries for the Four Nations tournament. So looking forward to the Olympics tournament coming up here in February. And by the way, also Noel Achari left the game with an upper body injury for the Penguins. So we'll have to monitor that situation. The St. Louis Blues knocked off the Edmonton Oilers 3-2 earlier today. Connor McDavid had a pair of assists. Robert Thomas scored a goal and added an assist for a multi-point effort. And it was former Blackhawk Pius Suter scoring the game winner in the final minute and a half of regulation to give the Blues a much-needed 3-2 victory. And then finally, the Vancouver Canucks knocked off the Nashville Predators 5-4 in overtime. It was Brock Besser scoring the overtime winner for the Predators. He scored a pair of goals and an assist, so it was a 3-point game for Brock Besser. And Evander Kane didn't have a single goal going into this game. He had 0 in 13 games coming into tonight. He found the back of the net twice for the Vancouver Canucks, who are hosting the Chicago Blackhawks on Wednesday night. Other NHL news: Toronto Maple Leafs defenseman Chris Tanev was discharged from the hospital yesterday after he was removed from the ice on a stretcher in the third period of a 5-2 win in Philadelphia on Saturday. He collided with Flyers forward Matvei Michkov. Kind of an innocent-looking play. Tanev stayed overnight for precautionary reasons, but he's back in Toronto now, placed on injured reserve, but good to see that he's likely going to be okay. A scary scene over there in Philadelphia. And then Washington Capitals forward Pierre-Luc Dubois is expected to miss an extended period of time with a lower body injury, according to Capitals head coach Spencer Carberry. Dubois left Friday's game against the New York Islanders and did not return. So tough blow for a Washington Capitals forward who's an integral part of their top 6. Hopefully he's not knocked out for the season, but they are going to be without him for the foreseeable future. Elsewhere in sports, it was college basketball opening night. Northwestern beat Mercyhurst 70-47. Illinois blew out Jackson State 113-55. Notre Dame knocked off Long Island 89-67. DePaul beat Chicago State 92-62. Loyola got a win over Cleveland State in a tight one, 91-88. Southern Illinois beat McKendree 83-42. UIC defeated Detroit Mercy 91-71. St. Bonaventure beat Bradley 69-63. So Monday Night Football, the final score has officially come in. The Arizona Cardinals beat the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas 27-17 behind Jacoby Brissett as the starting quarterback for the Cardinals. Some Bears injury news. Defensive end Dio Odengbo is out for the season with a torn Achilles. And then MLB award finalists announced. The Cubs pitcher Cade Horton was named a finalist for NL Rookie of the Year. So we'll see if he can take home that award. Meanwhile, in Seattle, the Hawks are down 2-0 to the Kraken. We'll take a quick break and break down those first 40 minutes of action. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
It's Connor Murphy. Puck drops here. WGN Radio, home of the Chicago Blackhawks.
Here's a club you want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, Electric wants you to avoid breakdowns this winter. Did you know your dirty furnace costs more to operate? It increases your utility bill and leads to more breakdowns? Now's the time. Schedule your Four Seasons tune-up today for only $89.95. The furnace tune-up includes a 30-point inspection, complete cleaning, and is backed by the industry-leading 1-year, no breakdown guarantee. Peace of mind, lower utility bills, just a Four Seasons tune-up away.
For all the right reasons, call it 664 Seasons.
Can't find the right words? Rogers & Hollins has you covered. Since 1910, Rogers & Hollins has been Chicagoland's trusted name for fine jewelry and quality watches. From engagement rings to the perfect gift or something to elevate your look, generations have relied on Rogers & Hollins for unmatched quality and personal service. Experience the Rogers & Hollins difference. Visit fornowandforever.com or a store near you. Rogers & Hollins, for now and forever.
Rogers and Hollins, for now and forever.
Lou Manfredini here. Choose Lindemann Chimney Heating and Cooling for your annual fireplace and furnace safety inspections. Schedule instantly at lindemann.com.
Second intermission in Seattle. The Hawks are down 2-0 to the Kraken. Still searching for that first goal. Let's take a look at tonight's window of opportunity, sponsored by the state's official health insurance marketplace, Get Covered Illinois. The Blackhawks have had 3 power play opportunities in this game, and they haven't been able to cash in. But I'm looking at some of the numbers, and the Hawks have had some really sustained offensive zone time on the 3 power plays. The Blackhawks have 14 shot attempts, 4 shots on goal, and they've generated 6 scoring chances. So the opportunities have been there for the Blackhawks to capitalize, but they just have not been able to do so. Coming into tonight's game, Seattle had the 28th ranked penalty kill at 67.9%. They're also they have the third fewest penalties in the entire NHL. Seattle does. So the Hawks have been able to get 3 power plays out of Seattle. Unfortunately, not able to capitalize, and that's an area that feels like it could have made the difference in that second period, because Seattle capitalized on one of theirs, but they also scored the first goal. And speaking of the first goal, the Hawks have now given up the first goal in 3 straight games after they scored the first goal in 8 of the first 10 games to start the season. And in those games where the Blackhawks score first, they're 5-2-1. But when they don't score the first goal, the Hawks are 0-2-2. So they haven't won a single game when allowing the first goal. And now we see why. Hawks are going into the third period chasing a 2-goal deficit. Not impossible, but let's see what the third period brings, because the Hawks are going to need to mount a comeback, and hopefully they can get a power play. Now's your opportunity to find health insurance that fits your budget at getcoveredillinois.gov. Open enrollment ends on January 15th. We got one more break to get to, and we'll set up the third period next. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
When you're betting and find yourself constantly thinking about gambling and you're losing more money than you have, are you really winning? If you're spending too much time with the slots, or you can't stop betting on sports and you find yourself feeling overwhelmed, maybe lying, and probably losing more money than you can afford to lose, you're not alone, and you can get help. It's available 24/7 and it's confidential. When your betting has gotten out of hand, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.areyoureallywinning.com. Sponsored by the Illinois Department of Human Services.
At Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois,
We understand it's not just our next-door neighbors who inspire us every day. It's our neighbors across the country, across all communities. And while Blue Cross has been your one local and trusted healthcare partner for nearly 90 years, it's our wide scope of products, services, and technologies that allows us to have a deeper understanding for everyone, everywhere, empowering whole-person health with compassion and innovation, one member at a time. It's that unique Blue Cross service and commitment through all stages of life that connects us hand in hand, ensuring you always have access to the highest quality, affordable healthcare with that personal touch, always finding new ways to deliver on our oldest promise, to keep you at the center of everything we do. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, through it all.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, a division of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
Chicago, the baseball season may be over, but that doesn't mean you missed your last chance to visit Wrigley Field. Your Northwestern Wildcats return to the friendly confines for the final iteration of the Wrigley Field Series, facing off against Michigan and Minnesota. Get your tickets today by visiting Cubs.com/football. Come check out the coolest experience in Big Ten football as the most iconic ballpark gets transformed into a pantheon of college football. Cubs.com/football. Secure your seat today.
Hey, Chris Chelios here. It's time to break out the Bandito. El Bandito Yankee Tequila. So smooth, it's criminal. Break out the Bandito, baby.
It's Andy Mazer. We're your home for the Blackhawks, Northwestern football and basketball, the NFL, and Happen OB. This is AM 720 WGN Chicago.
It's the final 20. The third period's just ahead. Here's Charlie Rebelliotis with your recap.
Blackhawks are chasing a 2-0 deficit going into this third period. Hawks, there haven't been many highlights for Chicago through 40 minutes, but Arvid Soderblom did give us one in the second period after a big-time save on Jordan Eberle.
Mikheyev into the Kraken zone, turned the puck over along the near boards. Marchman into the Hawk zone down the left wing side. To Beniers, left circle, put it in front. Oh, what a save made by Soderblom off of a point-blank shot by Jordan Eberle, closing in down the right wing side. And a goal-mouth pass there by Beniers hits Eberle right on the tape, and he stuck it toward the net, and Arvid Soderblom just took a goal away from him with his glove. Remember that save right there, Fraz?
Yeah, remember that save, especially if the Blackhawks can come back and tie this thing up in the third period and hopefully take a lead, because that save prevented Seattle from going up 3-0. What's on Deck is sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com as we head back over to Climate Pledge Arena, where John and Colin will hopefully call a third period comeback by the Blackhawks.
I like that, Charlie. I like that kind of thinking. We have pretty well taken care of our chicken sandwiches. By the way, I want to be able to send off a special thank you to Christina Housley and to Philip Holter, our fine engineering crew that also fed us during the broadcast. So don't worry, folks. We're not going hungry. We're going to be okay, even though we're a long way from home, right, Colin?
That's right.
It's a good chicken sandwiches, man. I tell you, I could do another one of those.
It hit the spot, didn't it?
Sure
oh, my
did.
gosh.
All right, here we go at the third period. Bedard to face off with Stevenson at center ice. The drop of the puck, and Bedard wins another. He's having a good night for himself at the dot. He's now 7 for 10.
He looks more aggressive in there, a little more angry in there, snapping them back.
I like it. Burakovsky takes a pass from Levshunov over the Kraken line down the right wing, tries to center the puck, ends up behind the net. Burakovsky got it back. Here's Burakovsky in the right wing corner in his return to Seattle. Leaving it there for Bedard. He floats it through the crease away to the top of the left circle. Kaiser there. Slap pass over for Burakovsky is picked off by the Kraken's Kakko, who sent the puck to the Hawk blue line. Burakovsky back to get it. Racing back down the left wing, stopping along the half boards in the Kraken zone. Tried to stroke the puck to the corner, but Larson there for Seattle will stick it down to the Hawk blue line, and Vlasic claims the puck there, holding it for the Hawks to get a line change. Vlasic with a lead pass now to Bedard to the Kraken line on the left wing, steps into the Seattle zone, spins the puck down behind the net, and Beniers will stick it away up the far side of the rink. Nazar with a nice play, took it away front of the benches from Eberle and flipped the puck ahead. It ended up down in the Kraken zone, however, and Montour makes a pass ahead to Eli Tolvanen. Shot it across the rink. His countryman, the Hawks' Teuvo Teravainen, took the puck away and backhands it down to the right wing corner Kraken zone. Montour sent it around up the near side. Teravainen put it over to Bertuzzi. He hammers one from the top of the right circle just wide. Classic along the left boards. Kraken zone to Nazar left wing corner. Sent it out to the line intended for Teravainen, but it's past his stick and down. Now Soderblom leaves the puck behind the Hawk net to Rinzel. He skates it out, put it over between the circles, Hawk zone. Grzelcyk with a pass up ice for Nazar at the Kraken line is off his stick, and the Kraken take the puck back. Ryan Lindgren passing it ahead. Mason Marchment at center ice. Sends a bouncer right in on goal. Turned out of there by Soderblom. Hawks are able to clear their end. Nazar will lead the charge to center. We get a whistle stopping play. We've got too many men on the ice. Hawks have 6 players on the ice. Colin, look down real quick. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep.
That was pretty obvious.
7.
I didn't see it myself until he blew the whistle. I was a little confused, but they
Chicago penalty, bench monitor. Too many players on the ice.
They most definitely had 6 players on the ice. There must have been a miscommunication of some kind at the bench as to who was going or who was going with who, but it was pretty easy, pretty obvious call. Not the start that the Hawks were hoping for.
Certainly not. So, face-off circle to Soderblom's right. Kraken already 1 for 1 on their power play. And it's going to be Ryan Green facing off for the Hawks against Stevenson of the Kraken, who wins the draw. Dunn firing for the left point. Redirected in on goal by Eberle and gloved off the ice by Soderblom. He'll hold the puck. Whistle stops play. Face-off circle to Soderblom's right.
Stevenson did such a good job. Green actually did a good job of tying him up. He didn't lose it clean, but then Stevenson got his foot in there, and he just kicked it back all the way back to Dunn at the point with his right foot after tying up Ryan Green on the face-off.
Stevenson wins another draw to Dunn at the left point. Dunn backing up, moves it now to Stevenson, left circle. Put it beside the net. Eberle, he wipes it through the crease. Puck comes through to the near boards. Dunn is there to Eberle back of the net. Swipes it around, Stevenson left point. To Beniers, top of the left circle. To the deep slot, Tolvanen. Sticks it off the far glass. Ilya Mikheyev breaks up the play and clears to center ice. Here's Vince Dunn with it. Front of the penalty boxes. Put the puck back to Chandler Stevenson. He's a Saskatoon, Saskatchewan native, and he'll carry out of the Kraken zone to center ice. Give it to Eberle. To Tolvanen over the Hawk line on the right wing. Checked off the puck by Vlasic, who forces the puck free, but Tolvanen took it back. Spins it behind the net. Left wing corner, Stevenson. Out to Beniers, left point. Down to Eberle behind the Hawk net. Leaving it in the corner now for Stevenson. He is defended there by Mikheyev. Put the puck behind the net to Eberle. Banks it out to the line. Done. Over to Tolvanen. Hammers one from the right circle. This deflects up into the protected netting. So whistle stops play, and the Hawks have killed off the penalty. They're back to full strength.
Vlasic did a good job. He's 6'6". He's got a long reach. He's got a long stick, but he did a good job of staying off the play. The play was on the left side. It's going to go to the middle and down to the right flank. Vlasic does a good job of staying loose and kind of reading that play and then being right in the shooting lane and getting the stick on it.
I want to correct myself. I said the Hawks are back to full strength. They are not. There's still 55 seconds remaining in their penalty. I saw 5 players on the ice I thought they had, so my mistake, folks. Now 45 seconds left on the Kraken power play. Montour in the high slot. Drops it in the right wing circle to Kakko. Now to the right wing corner, Marchment to Montour, deep slot. Put it over, bottom of the left circle to right. He tried to drive it in on goal, and that deflects off the stick of Crevier and up into the protected netting. Looking around the crowd, Colin, there are a lot of Blackhawk fans here inside the building.
The Blackhawks fans are everywhere.
Aren't they?
When I played for the Hawks, I felt that way. Every rink you went to, there seemed to be Hawks fans, and obviously their 100th season, so a lot of history, a lot of, maybe a guy becomes a Hawks fan through a grandfather or a dad that grew up in Chicago and has moved on.
I'm going to come back to that point in a minute if I can. Kraken on the attack. Marchment at the right point. Flips it left wing circle right. To the line, deep slot to Montour. He fumbled the puck over the blue line to center ice. He has to go back and get it at the Kraken line. Head to Kakko at center ice to Schwartz over the Hawk line on the right wing. 6 seconds on the power play. At the right point, Montour now. Kakko, top of the right circle to Schwartz beside the net. He tried to catch it on the forehand and backhanded on goal. Hit the back of the net, and now the Hawks are at full strength as Ryan Donato is out of the box. Back to full strength are the Hawks, sponsored by Northwestern Medicine Orthopedics on a relentless pursuit of better medicine. And we get a whistle. Stopping play, 15:45 left in period number 3. It's 2-0 in favor of the Kraken. Icing the call, face-off circle to the Cord's left.
So a big kill by the Blackhawks. Have to use that momentum, have to get on the offense, have to get a little more pressure, a little more sustained pressure, a little bit more traffic in on DeCord. He's been able to see a lot of these shots tonight, 24 shots after 2 periods. Need to make it harder on him, making it move, making him so he can't see it. You got to make him work harder than they have.
DeCord has never shut the Blackhawks out. He's kind of owned them 4-1-0 coming into this game, but never shut them out. He's working on that right now. He's 15:45 away from his first ever whitewashing of the Hawks. Hawks don't want that to happen. They control off the draw. Grizzly firing from the left point. And that hit the skate of Winterton. That hurt him a little bit. And puck is cleared down ice into the Hawk zone by Lindgren. Lefshinoff to it. The Burakovsky Hawk line. Pulls up, hands it over to Grizzly. He'll carry to the Kraken line on the left wing. Sends it high down the glass behind the net to the right wing corner. Ryan Green reaching for the puck. Pokes it behind the net. Larson took it there. Moving it around to Stevenson, to Cartier. Ahead to Winterton. Breaking into the Hawk zone and down the slot. Got away a backhand shot. And Soderblom makes the pad save and holds on. And a whistle stops play.
Levshunov was angling at the red line. He just got pushed outside the dots. He angled it a little bit too far. As a D-man, you want to use the dots as your guides. You always want to plug up the middle of the ice. You don't want to give any easy opportunities. And he did a good job surfing or angling and trying to squeeze off the play, but he got pushed too far outside the dots, and that puck came back to the middle of the ice and allowed for the breakaway against. If he just stays between the dots and lives to fight another day and buys some time and space, that breakaway doesn't happen.
Winterton still searching for his first NHL goal as we rejoin the play. Teravainen makes a pass across the rink intended for Nazar. That's passed is sticking down. We're going to get icing here to the Hawks.
Lots of whistles this period. Kind of just can't get any flow, can't get any rhythm going here for the Blackhawks. Got to get back to their identity of team speed and team pace. Just push the pace and get after it.
Well, the draw will be in the circle to Soderblom's left. Looks like Jordan Eberle is going to step in and take the draw for Seattle against Frank Nazar. Nazar, so far, has done pretty well on the draws here tonight. Looks like Eberle's going to get tossed off the dot. Yes, he is. And it's going to be Matty Benin. Now they bring Eberle back in. I'm not sure exactly what the linesman meant there, but now Eberle wins the draw. At the right point, Larson takes the puck and snaps it down behind the Hawk net. Around it goes up the far side. Bertuzzi can't clear. Dunn from the left point fires. Nazar blocked it with a stick. Dunn got the puck back and fires again, and that missed the net and makes up the near side. And Teravainen now will poke check the puck down to the Kraken line. Larson to the puck to Dunn, top of the far circle, Seattle zone, passing up the near side, picked off by Vlasic. Ahead to Nazar. He tried to enter the Kraken zone, but Larson stepped up at the blue line and poke checked the puck down into the Hawk end. Here's Vlasic with it between the circles. He'll skate the puck out to center ice. And in over the Kraken line, stopping at the right point. Fed it high slot, Teravainen. He tried to do a sweeping toe drag and get a shot away. The puck was poke checked away by Marchman to the Kraken. To right at the Hawk blue line. Lost the puck into the Hawk zone. Good play by Levshinoff to tie up right so he couldn't make any further play with the puck. Puck rolls to the inboards. And now Levshinoff turned it over in the far corner to Marchman, but the puck rides up the boards and Bertuzzi will clear to center ice. Josh Mahura of the Kraken sent it down the glass deep into the Hawk zone. Newman in the near corner sidesteps a check. Carried behind the Hawk net, tried to center the puck. This deflects into the near corner instead to Mikheyev. Kaiser back in the net. Now to Levshinoff along the right boards. Passing ahead, Oliver Moore at center ice. He'll stroke it ahead down in behind the Kraken net. DeCord out to play the puck into the near corner to Oleksiak. Then ahead to Newman. Clears to center ice. It's picked up by Wyatt Kaiser, who shot the puck across the rink in front of the benches. But the Kraken's Josh Mahura spun it back into the Hawk zone. And now Schwartz put it toward the net. Came back now to Stevenson to the right point to Montour, and he fires a shot wide of the net. Montour from the right half boards. Sends it to Stevenson, right point. Long wrist shot from there. Goes wide and banks up the boards to center ice in front of the benches. And Lindgren back to get to the puck there at the Seattle line. to Stevenson, to Montour over the Hawk line. Drop past Kakko, put it in front of Montour, redirects it in on goal. A butterfly save made by Arvid Soderblom. He's keeping the Hawks inside the game here, Colin. 12:52 left in period number 3. Still 2-0 Kraken. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, Chicago Blackhawks fans! I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, a win isn't a win without the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey, hockey fans, it's Troy Murray. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing, the #1 premium composite decking brand, tough enough to handle anything. It looks like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industrial-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at TimberTech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
Do you have parents or loved ones in their 70s or 80s? Do you find yourself worrying about their health, happiness, and safety? Then join Smith Senior Living on Saturday, November 15th at 9:30 a.m. for a free webinar. 10 things you need to know about your aging loved ones. Gain valuable insight to help you make informed suggestions. Discover how Smith Village and Smith Crossing can offer more independence and security. Register at smithseniorliving.org for this can't-miss event.
Hey Blackhawks fans, it's Connor Bedard. We're back. Time for more Blackhawks hockey.
Welcome back, Hawks fans. Seattle here, 2-0 Seattle, 12:52 left in the game. Blackhawks need to get something going here. They've been down 2-0. I'm waiting for them to come out with a push, like this kind of desperation, energy, and it hasn't happened yet through 7 minutes and 8 seconds of this period. Need to get that energy up, need to get that push, that desperation. How bad do you want to win the game?
Kraken control off the draw. Oleksiak firing one in from the high slot. This hits the glass off a deflection. Karche falls down, loses the puck. Colton Dach to center ice on the left wing. Takes a hit, but dumps the puck down the left side boards to the corner. Kraken zone. Moore put it back to Dach along the left boards. He's given a shove by Oleksiak off the puck. And the newcomer to the lineup, Catton, will lift it down ice into the Hawk end. Connor Murphy, the far corner, takes a hit, clears it through the air down to the Kraken line. Oleksiak kept it away from Dach. Then the puck is poked free by Oliver Moore. And Dach wasn't expecting the puck to come to him in the high slot area. The Kraken end up getting it back as that eludes Colton Dach. But the Kraken end up with the puck, and now Schwartz back in his end will drop the puck to Oleksiak, who carries in behind his net and stops for a second. Then he'll start up from there. Oleksiak with a pass up the right wing. Stevenson center ice. Checked by Burakovsky. Hawks get it back. Ryan Green at center ice. Sends Burakovsky over the Kraken line and down the slot, and he fires a wrist shot that goes just wide. Vince Dunn behind his net, chased out. Moves it ahead to center ice to Stevenson. Stevenson over the Hawk line, stopping at the right point. Made a drop pass. This is picked off by Burakovsky. Burakovsky to center ice. To Grzelcyk. He's over the Kraken line, right circle. Drop pass Burakovsky. Burakovsky from the right wing board. Being bothered by Stevenson all the way back to the point, then turns and fires, and a glove save is made by DeCord. DeCord had to reach up at eye level and glove that shot, Colin. It might have been going over the net, but he wasn't taking any chances.
Yeah, we need to get pucks. They need to start putting pucks on net, and that's a long kind of floating shot, but I like the idea. I like the idea of getting pucks to the net. Need to get traffic on them. The rush prior, Ryan Green actually made a really nice play to Burakovsky where he does a good job of holding on to the puck to buy more time and space. He doesn't just pass it right away. He kind of corrals it for an extra second or two to open up a little space to kick it to Burakovsky wide.
Hawks control the draw again. Here's Renzel in the right wing corner. Ty Karche reaching around him, pokes the puck free. Montour with the puck between his skates just inside the Kraken line. Sticks it ahead to center ice. Eberle's got the puck at the Hawk line, sends it down behind the net. Soderblom uses the high glass to spin it around up the near side. Handed off now by Teravainen to Bertuzzi over the Kraken line. To the right point, the Nazar. Down to Bertuzzi, right wing corner. Carries up the boards, finds Kaiser high slot. To Renzel, left circle. Send it toward the net. It goes through the crease and wide and up the boards and back down ice into the Hawk end. Kaiser back to get it there. To Teravainen, Hawk line left wing. Back to Wyatt Kaiser. He'll step out to center ice. Little bank pass ahead for Teravainen at the Kraken line on the left wing. He tried to wave the puck into the Kraken zone, but the Seattle Kraken get it back. Then they attack. Catton down the left wing into the Hawk zone. Had the puck stripped away by Frank Nazar. He sent it across the rink. Here's Wyatt Kaiser, center ice on the left wing. Snaps it slowly down the boards in behind the Kraken net. And the goaltender back there for the Kraken, Decord, will stick it back down ice into the Hawk end. Crevier's got it now. Crevier passing up the left wing, intended for Vlasic, off his stick. Vlasic sends it across the rink. Oliver Moore drags the puck to center ice, hands it off to Ryan Donato. Got some room down the right wing into the Kraken zone. Puck on the back end, carries behind the net. He turns and wraps it around in on goal. And a pad save made by Decord. Now Moore with a hustling play, works the puck free. This is sent across the rink by Marchman over in front of the benches. Louis Crevier back to collect the puck and carry back in the Hawk zone. He'll spin it behind the net around up the near side to Vlasic. Head to Ryan Green, Hawk line. Off the bench now to Donato. Bedard over the line will fire from the right circle on a glove save made by Decord. And he'll hold the puck and a whistle will stop play. 9:32 left in the third here in Seattle. It's 2-0 in favor of the Kraken. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
It's Chris Cuomo from News Nation. The Blackhawks play here on WGN Radio.
Getting health insurance that fits your budget isn't easy.
At Get Covered Illinois, we are here to help.
We are the state's official health insurance marketplace.
A place where health insurers compete for your business. A website where you can compare multiple health plans and pricing in one place.
And where you can connect to financial help and free in-person assistance.
Because you deserve insurance. GetCoveredIllinois.gov. We're here to help.
Hey, Chicago fans, when the game's on the line, there's no time to waste.
Same goes for selling your house. At Jeff Buys Your House, we make it fast, easy, and stress-free.
No drawn-out showings, no waiting for months on the market.
Just a fair cash offer from a veteran-owned company that puts people first.
Don't let the clock run out. Choose the trusted source. Visit JeffBuysYourHouse.com and score your easy offer today.
Wednesday, November 5th. Don't miss a day of special features on WGN Radio as we spotlight Innovation DePage, a leading business incubator and accelerator helping small businesses thrive across Chicagoland. Join us as a team from Innovation DePage shares how they're fueling entrepreneurship, empowering local startups, and driving growth right here in the western suburbs and beyond. Discover the stories behind the innovation and the people turning big ideas into thriving businesses. That's Wednesday, November 5th, only on WGN Radio.
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. When it's game time, it's Tully time.
Welcome back, Hawks fans, to Seattle. Hawks still trailing by 2 to the Seattle Kraken. Seattle had 2 goals in that second period. The Hawks outshot Seattle in that second period quite handily, but they only have 2 shots, John, in this third period. We need to have a push here, and I haven't seen that push yet.
Let's see if we get one here. Connor Bedard's been tossed off the face-off dot, and Ryan Green will take the draw. Bedard having a little dialogue with the linesman there. Drop of the puck, Kraken get it. Vince Dunn put it off the far boards to center ice, and Artem Levshinov grabs it there. Whips the puck over to Matt Grzelcyk. Hawk line on the left wing side. Head to Andre Burakovsky. He's had some great wheels here tonight, Colin.
He's had a lot of possession, a lot of chances.
Bedard down the right wing into the Kraken zone to Grzelcyk. Top of the left circle. He guns it in front. The puck banks through behind the Kraken net off the inboards, where Bedard quickly grabs the puck and tried to flip it into the pile up in front of the net, hoping for a favorable bounce. But the puck ends up in the glove of Decord, and he'll hold on to it there for a whistle. You can see what Bedard was trying to do.
Trying to bank it off him. I like earlier that they tried to go seam, and Burakovsky let the puck go between his legs, knowing that puck was not intended for him, and it went all the way across to Grzelcyk on the left side. A really smart heads-up play.
Bedard wins the draw to Grzelcyk at the left point. Then he lost it there to Kakko momentarily, who sends it back into the Hawk zone. Grzelcyk then poke checks it away from Stevenson and winds the puck behind the Hawk net. Levshinov gave it a poke up the right side to Green. Can't clear the zone. Puck taken away by Schwartz. Put it to the slot. Burakovsky picks it off. He lost the puck into the corner, however. Kakko there battling. Moving it to the right point. Larson put it over, and Dunn will fire from the left point. Stopped in front. A rebound shot by Kakko from the bottom of the left circle, and Soderblom got the shoulder on that. Here's Bedard flipping the puck into the Kraken zone. Put it down the slot. Burakovsky shoots. He scores! And it's returned to Seattle. Andre Burakovsky beats his old teammate Joey Decord with a shot low to the stick side, and the Hawks are on the board, trailing 2-1 with 8:27 left in period number 3.
It all starts with a huge save by Soderblom off the deflection of Kakko, and then Kakko got the rebound and took a second shot, and he saved it as well. Bedard takes it up the right wing boards. Instead of trying to beat the defenseman Dunn one-on-one, he just puts a soft area chip in behind him to create a foot race. Dunn can't stay in front of him or it'd be a penalty interference, so he has to let Bedard go around him. Bedard picks up the puck, creates a 2-on-1, and puts it over to Burakovsky, who snaps it low blocker onto court on a breakaway.
Colin, I got a question for you, bud. What time do you have?
Well, with that goal, it's time to break out the Bandito. Celebrate every goal this season with El Bandito Yankee Tequila.
You knew I was going to ask you that, right?
I forgot, but as soon as you asked me, I wasn't asking you the time of day like I did on Thursday.
Well, for Burakovsky, that's his 5th goal on the season from Bedard. And the goal at 11:33 of period number 3. A shot for the left wing boards in the Hawk zone off Lindgren's stick ends up in Soderblom's glove. Now, how big does that save that Soderblom made in the second period look now?
It was a huge save in the second to keep it 2-0, and a huge save right before Burakovsky scored that goal. It's what you need. I mean, that's their job, right? They got to make saves. They make timely saves, and it gets them right back into the game. That's the first really glorious opportunity that the Hawks have had, real strong opportunity, and Burakovsky is able to convert on it.
From the draw, Renzel working for the puck behind the Hawk net. Got it, gave it to Nazar. He lost it, however, back to the Kraken. Here's a long shot from Marchment from the high slot that missed the net. Loose puck to the right wing boards. Marchment pokes it down to the corner. Then Kaiser stepped into him there and put the body on him, knocking the puck free. And here are the Hawks the other way. Bertuzzi at center ice on the right wing side. Whips the puck down to the right wing corner, Kraken zone. Montour had to lean on Moore in order to get to that puck and spin it behind the net. This goes all the way down into the Hawk zone, and Grizzlick's got it now. Head to Bertuzzi, Hawk line. He sent it ahead for Nazar, Kraken line, but Montour stepped up and broke that up. Bertuzzi got it back into the Kraken zone left point. Put the puck over to Moore along the right sideboard. He'll swat it down behind the net, left wing corner, Bertuzzi. Send it back around, Levshin off right point. Flips it down the shelf in behind the net. It bounces out in front momentarily. Stevenson took the puck back for the Kraken and moves it ahead to center ice to Montour. He'll snap it down the high glass in behind the Hawk net to the far corner. Levshinoff put it back in behind the net to the near corner where Grizzlick claims the puck. To Levshinoff on the right wing side. Goes rink wide with a pass now to Bedard, to Green, over the Kraken line, left wing. Gave it to Bedard. His stick was lifted off the puck. And Dunn will clear to center ice. Vlasic for the Hawks will fire it back down into the Kraken zone. Bedard had a play for the puck in the right wing corner. Lost it out to the point. Burakovsky grabs the puck and carries back to center ice. Got it ahead to Vlasic into the Kraken zone on a delayed offside. He had to take a stick off the puck. Kraken get it back. Everly whips it around behind the net up the far side to center ice. Murphy for the Hawks tucks it back into the Kraken zone momentarily, but now Matty Beniers will skate it back into the Hawk zone. You heard that whistle cut the air. The Kraken are offside. We're down to 5:59 left in regulation. 2-1 in favor of the Kraken. Is this game going to overtime? Kind of like the last one did. Kind of like the last two did for Seattle here on home ice. Find out after we take this break. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
After the end of a good fight, you deserve an ice-cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, the bigger the fight, the better the reward. You put in the hours, the energy, the tough labor. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
When I got sick, I spent years looking for answers. But it only took one conversation with my team at Northwestern Medicine to correct my misdiagnosis. I am Daniel, and I have Parkinson's disease. No other hospital has spoken to me in Spanish before. So, when my new care team did, they didn't just change the conversation, they changed my life.
The Northwestern Medicine Parkinson's Disease and Movement Disorders Center offers specialized, culturally sensitive care. Their Spanish-speaking team was the first to provide Daniel and other Spanish speakers like him with answers and innovative treatment in the language he preferred.
When Parkinson's changed my life, so did my Spanish-speaking care team.
At Northwestern Medicine, personalized care means recognizing cultural differences, because what makes us better makes you better. Learn more at nm.org/Parkinson.
Hey Blackhawks fans, it's Alex Vlasic. Break's over. Back to Blackhawks hockey.
Back to Seattle, the Climate Pledge Arena. John Weideman along with Colin Fraser for Blackhawks hockey. 2-1 is where we stand now with 5:59 left in the third. And this next faceoff will be just outside the Blackhawks blue line at center ice. It's the Four Seasons. Heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electric faceoff for all the right reasons. Call 866-4 Seasons. Going to be Ryan Donato facing off with Wright, and Wright wins the draw. Wright put it back over the center ice circle. Josh Mahura grabs the puck there for Seattle. Dumps it to the end boards, Hawk zone. Artyom Leshyanov, who had given the puck away, got it back. Moves it up the right side to Ilya Mikheyev. He snaps the pass over to Ryan Donato at center ice, who strokes it off the right corner boards in the Kraken zone. This bounces out, and Mahura will guide it up to the near side to center ice. The whistle stopping play, and offside will be called here to the Hawks. Well, Oliver Moore took that puck away so quickly from two Kraken players and advanced into the Kraken zone, and I think that was a pretty difficult call for the linesman on the far side of the rink. He seemed pretty decisive about it. But
yeah, the Donato had fallen on the original dump in the original forecheck. He'd been knocked over. You could see him actually skate over to the ref. I'm not sure if he was looking for a penalty, or at least he had a conversation with him. And his falling and getting up was unable to get out of the zone for more. But he did do that very quickly. That's what he does best.
There's Dunn off the draw, stroking a pass ahead now. Stevenson deflects it off the end boards in the Hawk zone. Grzelcyk put the puck over to the far corner. Artyom Leshyanov there. Little bank pass up the right side to Burakovsky. Into the Kraken zone to the right wing corner. Turning there, he fell down, and he's on top of the puck. And Schwartz is on top of Burakovsky. Now the puck is finally pulled free, and the Kraken clear their end. Larson ahead to Schwartz over the Hawk line left wing. Put the puck in front for Stevenson. But that play just misconnects, and here are the Hawks the other way. Bedard across the Kraken line. Moving down the slot, he'll direct himself to the left wing corner, hit by Larson, but leaves the puck for Burakovsky. Sweeping it behind the net around to Rinzel along the right sideboards. Here's Sam Rinzel through the deep slot area to the left point. Stops on a dime, moves into the high slot and fires. Butterfly save made. This puck taken back by Rinzel, left wing corner. Snaps it behind the net around to the right point. Tyler Bertuzzi there. Flips it left point. Vlasic to the high slot. Bertuzzi leaves it for Nazar now through the high slot. He leaves it in turn to Vlasic. Fires a wrist shot, and that was blocked by Schwartz. That was a courageous play. Rinzel let it rip from the high slot. That hit Schwartz. Follow-up shot by Bertuzzi. Never got to the net. It was blocked in front. And the other way is Dunn to center ice. Dunn to the Hawk blue line. Will dump the puck down the left sideboards and get off on a change. Rinzel gathers it in and skates it out. Moves it ahead. Nazar to center ice. Poke checked away by Beniers. Now here's Eberle the other way into the Hawk zone. Eberle left circle, moves in, fires. He scores. Oh, boy.
Came off the turnover there. Nazar's trying to beat the player right at the center ice. He just poked the puck off, and with that, everyone is trying to join him, try to go up ice with him. Sam Rinzel was joining the play to create 4 off the rush, and that poke and that breakup of the play created the 2-on-1 for Eberle. Vlasic was trying to defend the 2-on-1, but Eberle was able to snap it. A nice shot, low glove side on Soderblom. Jordan Eberle, the ageless wonder. He's a heck of a hockey player, John. He's got a lot of skill, a lot of smart. Maybe not as fast as he once was, but going back to his World Junior days, he has a knack for scoring timely big goals.
Well, he did right there. He takes the pressure off the Kraken for the most part. They now have that 2-goal lead back. Now down to 3:55 left on the clock. Face off at center ice, won by the Kraken. And Oleksiak drops it into the right wing corner Hawk zone. Louis Crevier will send it back behind the net. Around up the right side, Mikheyev gains the Kraken blue line, but lost the puck off a poke check. Here's Kaiser back in the Hawk zone to get it. Banks it up the left wing to center ice to Moore. He'll drop the puck down the boards behind the Kraken net. DeCord put it back along the near sideboards. Oleksiak took it back and sends the puck back in behind the Seattle net. Mahura will skate it out. Shot a puck through center ice and all the way down. This hit a couple of sticks, so no icing is called. Meanwhile, Wyatt Kaiser has the puck behind the Hawk net. He stopped, and he'll have a look, and then steps out with the puck in front of the net. Passing it ahead down into the Kraken zone. And we're going to get an icing call here. I do not agree with this call, Colin. I am going to vociferously, not so much, but let's just say disagree with this call. That puck hit a Kraken player's stick on their side of the center ice red stripe.
I agree.
Either linesman saw it.
I also.
But they're going to face off.
Oh, they are bringing it to the center. I was going to say, I thought it hit the Kraken player too. And on top of that, I thought Bedard was actually first in on the race. At the races, not that he was getting the puck, but he was first to that dot line on the race to the icing. So they immediately put it at center ice, which obviously they know their mistake and they're changing their mistake. And no harm, no foul, I guess.
All right. So face off at center ice. Stevenson against Bedard. And Bedard wins this face off back to the line. Levshinov's got it there. Put it over to Burakovsky, front of the benches. He'll drive it down the right wing boards and in behind the Kraken net. DeCord sends the puck over to the far corner to Lindgren with a pass up the left wing. And Schwartz deflects it down ice in behind the Hawk net. The Kraken dropping back into a little bit of a trap here. Looks like a 1-3-1 type of an arrangement. Here's Levshinov deep in the Hawk zone. Passing the puck up the left wing. Frank Nazar will pick it up and carry. Nazar to Burakovsky, Kraken line, right wing side, driving it down the boards deep into the Kraken zone. There goes Soderblom to the Hawks bench. Lindgren to the loose puck behind the Kraken net. Put it up the left wing to Schwartz. Slaps it rink wide. It was intended for Winterton, but the puck taken away by the Hawks in their end instead. Here's Levshinov out to the Hawk blue line. Drops it back into the Hawk zone. And Bedard will weave through center. And he took it into the Kraken zone, but the play is whistled down on an offside. And now Bedard gets involved with Josh Mahura behind the Kraken net. And all of the Blackhawk players circle in onto the scene. The linesmen are there to pry everybody apart.
You just letting him know he's there. A little bit of a bump, a little bit of a cross check. Letting Winterton know he's there. Letting him know who the boss is. Offside call. You said, John, backing up into a trap. That was a trap like I haven't seen since the 95 New Jersey Devils. They had one player just inside the Hawks blue line as the Hawks were setting up on their set breakout, and all four of the other players were at the red line or behind it, just hanging back, plugging up that neutral zone. It's the old-fashioned boring trap hockey, but it is effective, as we saw here. Bedard trying to beat them and ended up going offside on the play because it gets so plugged up.
You're right, it was effective, but I hope we never see it again, Colin, because that just about killed the game of hockey.
The same thing. They just did the exact same thing, created the turnover at the red line. They get in a box between their own red line and own blue line, and one player just stands up the ice.
Now Foligno flips the puck down behind the Kraken net. DeCord plays it around, but kept in by Grzelcyk, right point. He put a backhand toward the net, and it's redirected in on goal by Green. And DeCord will flop on it with the stick in the glove and hold it. We'll get a face-off in the Kraken zone. Once again, the Hawks net is empty. Down to our right and down to our left. DeCord standing in the Kraken crease. A line change for the Kraken. Lane Lambert, who is the new head coach of this Kraken team. He was the coach of the New York Islanders for several years and got them to the playoffs several times. But the new bench boss here. So Stevenson facing off with Frank Nazar. Circle to the left of DeCord. And the drop of the puck. Nazar fishes it out of there, but it's taken away. Beniers will fire it down ice. This was intended to hit the Hawk empty net, and it deflected wide. No icing is called. 1:30 on the clock. Levshinov carrying to center ice over the logo. will drop it off to Burakovsky. Stripped to the puck by Beniers, but taken back by Donato, who sticks it down the boards behind the net. Decort's going to go for it. He flips it through the air and down, and it's picked off by Levshunov just inside the Hawk blue line.
It was on target.
It was. So here's Bedard now between the circles, Hawk zone, leaving the puck there for Levshunov. He'll now skate it out with 1 minute on the clock. Drops it off to Nazar, to Bedard, over the line to Burakovsky, right point, down to Bedard, right wing corner, then behind the net. He put it out in front. Nazar fires. That's turned wide. Bedard got it back left circle to Nazar beside the net. 6 attackers on for the Hawks. Nazar along the left sideboards. He and Larson battle. Donato got the puck, flips it behind the net around to Burakovsky in the right wing corner. He strokes it back in behind around to Bedard at the left point. Flips it deep slot, Levshunov. A little slap pass to the near boards, picked off by Stevenson. He'll lift the puck clear to center ice. Donato will stick it back to Levshunov between the circles, Hawk in. He'll skate it ahead over the center ice circle, drives it off the end boards and wide to the Kraken net. And Decort's going to do it again. This time he decides to fling the puck down the right wing side into the Hawk zone and milk the clock. We're down to 10 seconds left in the game. Levshunov's got it between the circles, Hawk in to Ryan Green at center ice. Turn the puck over Kraken line. And Cartier is able to stick it free front of the benches. Moore will just tap it down into the Kraken zone. And Dunn will fire the puck down into the Hawk zone, and that's the end of the game.
Talk about the trap there in the D zone. They do a lot of the same. They get 5 bodies right in that house area, right between the dots. There's not a lot of opportunity to get pucks through. There's not a lot of opportunity for rebounds. They did such a good job of blocking shots the whole game. Hard to get any sustained good grade A opportunities when they do such a good job defensively as they do. You can see Lane Lambert and his style of coaching and exactly why they've maybe overachieved or certainly have more wins than anyone was going to give them credit for heading into this season.
So 3-1 the final score. The Kraken win. We'll tell you more about it right after we take this break. This is Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
With America's best lineup of hybrids from Hyundai, you get the best of both worlds, like the reliable and efficient Tucson Hybrid, backed by America's best warranty. The Hyundai Tucson Hybrid. It's the best of both worlds.
Lease the Hyundai Tucson for $259 a month or get 0% APR on the Tucson or Tucson Hybrid. Offers end November 3rd. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Hi, this is Dave Musial, owner of Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric, with our biggest sale ever. Furnaces from $39 a month. Furnace and air conditioning combos from $59 a month, plus 72 months interest-free financing and up to a $4,000 system rebate. Four Seasons guaranteed to beat any competitor's price by up to $1,000 guaranteed. So call today for your free in-home estimate and same-day installation.
For all the right reasons, call it 664 Seasons.
Hey, Mr. C, it's me. Well, I just picked up the ring. I actually went to Hellsberg. Thanks for that recommendation. Kate's gonna love that hers is from the same jeweler you got Mrs. C's ring from. They were so helpful throughout the whole process. They even knew your family by name, and the ring looks great. Anyways, I just couldn't wait to let you guys know. Call me back and wish me luck.
Hellsberg, designed with care and craft since 1915. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
Who needs an alarm when you have Bob Surratt? Weekday mornings at 6 on 720. Now back to the game.
Back to the Climate Pledge Arena here in Seattle, Washington. John Weideman along with Colin Frazier for Blackhawks hockey. The Kraken win tonight 3-1. They were outshot by the Blackhawks 30-24 and out-face-offed by a pretty wide margin, Colin. The Blackhawks registered a 60% face-off win percentage, winning 34 of 57. Connor Bedard, by the way, on the night, he had some pretty impressive stats. He was 10 for 14 on draws. Frank Nazar, 10 for 15. So those two guys at the dot, they got their job done. The Hawks did get puck possession, but you got to give a lot of credit to Seattle, especially Joey Decord, their goaltender, for keeping Seattle in front all game long.
Yeah, and it's clearly their style of play, and the coach, new coaches here, Lay Lambert's style of play is that defense first, plug up the neutral zone, John and I were talking about it, especially the back half of the third, trying to lock down that win. They would have one forward just inside the offensive blue line, and the other four would make a box in the neutral zone, kind of at the red line and their own blue line. And even when the Hawks had the goalie pulled there, they kept kind of turning the puck over at the red line, at the near blue line, trying to get through and trying to bust through that trap, and they were unable to do it. And then all game long, I felt right from the start of the game, even though the Hawks were out shooting the Seattle, they didn't have a lot of those chances weren't high quality chances. That Seattle did such a good job right in front of Joey Decord, and when the shot did get through, he was able to make the save and not give much up for rebounds. They couldn't get any sustained pressure or second or third opportunities. So the Blackhawks had, 30 shots on net, but they also had 19 blocked and 16 missed. So they had their opportunities, but when you have them plugging up the house area, you got to shoot around them, you got to shoot at them. It's hard to get any on net.
That's why we see Connor Bedard trying the goaltender from below the goal line sometimes with those impossible angle type shots, hoping for a bank in off the back of the equipment or something like that.
Yeah, lucky one, or catching out of position, or catching them sleeping, but wasn't the case tonight. I was kind of waiting for that push, John, to start the third period. You're down 2-0. You're not playing a bad game, but again, you haven't had a lot of good opportunities, and for the first 9 minutes there, they only had 2 shots on net. So they did get their push. That Burakovsky goal gave them a little bit of juice, a little bit of life, and then one turnover to Eberle, and he pounced on it and was able to score a big goal for Seattle to kind of put the game away.
And one last point for me, Colin, Oliver Moore was noticeable tonight.
Very.
He didn't factor into the score sheet statistically, but he was all over the rink, and I thought he made some